Test, test. All right. Ace, I think we're ready. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Hold on, I spoke way too soon. We're almost ready. What's the strategy? Where should we start? I was saying to other people, I was like, man, I'm so lost that it's like I don't even know necessarily enough to be like I don't know where everything is at the what's it called? The tower. Like I don't even know what I'm supposed to be looking for when I'm there.
Yeah. It seems we should just start from. We'll just start with the very basics. We'll just start with character creation and like what your character stage is, and we'll kind of go through some different stats of armor. I think first, then we'll go through weapons, and we'll talk about supers and abilities. Then we'll talk about like kind of built like class building, like building a loadout, and then from there we'll start going places. But I think getting kind of a base knowledge was the best place to start.
Hell yeah. All right. I'm down for it. And random is in chat. Blink twice so you can read chat. Oh, I can read it, but I'm focusing. Class is in session. I'm ready. I'm paying attention. All right. Well, let me. How about I do this first? Can you can see, I guess, what I got on, right?
I can see what you got on, but we're gonna start with an even better stage of this. Do you have access to the I'm assuming you have access to the internet, but do you have access to like a desktop browser?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, I
can
do.
you open up, search up something called Destiny Item Manager? People refer to it as DIM, D-I-M, and go ahead and log in. I think whenever you log in, I think you play on Xbox, so log into your Xbox login.
Okay. Pull this up here. It's called DIM. Ooh.
Yeah, D-I-M. I can send a link in chat.
DIM.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm gonna type in DIM. Bungo. Bungie.
No, it's not managed by Bungie.
Okay, here it is. But just gotcha. Should I launch DIM? Is that the best way to do it? Try that.
Yeah, I sent a link in chat. If you just launch it, the reason why I bring this up is because it's the best way to kind of organize your vault and everything, but it's gonna allow me to be able to see what you have in your vault. You know, what are we working with? You know.
Gotcha. Xbox.
It's gonna take just a quick second for you to log in properly.
Got an email code here. I'm about to read out my social for everybody.
Everyone, get your pens ready.
Get ready. The deets are coming. Come on. Get me the email. Give me the email, come on. Glasses on, pencils out, notes taken. Thank you, Jillian. That's exactly right. Send code. I probably have to hit... I have to hit the send code button. Okay, so that's the level that we're at. Did you play Destiny 1? I guess that's kind of obvious, but did you play Destiny 1 pretty hardcore?
Yeah, I guess I give my gaming background. I started playing Halo 1 whenever Halo 2 just came out, and my brothers had the choice between Halo 1 or Halo 2. So they bought Halo 1 because they wanted to start the story, and we played it on PC. I played it from a very young age, and I fell in love with Halo, and then played all the Halo games. We played it on Xbox, and just fell in love with Halo and the world. And whenever Destiny came out, I played the beta, I played the game, but we only had one system, so we couldn't play with each other. So we were just doing like all solo stuff. And whenever Destiny 2 came out, it was more of the same story. You know, we were just I didn't really play any raids or anything in Destiny 1 just because I didn't have anyone to play with. I just, my brothers were playing on the same console, but you couldn't do split screen. So then whenever Destiny 2 came out, I had a few friends I played with, but still didn't do any raids or anything like that. And then it came to PC much later when Shadowkeep came out. And then it came free to play, came to PC, and then there was crossplay that you could play. Xbox could play with PlayStation, they could play with PC, so we could actually all play together. And that's when I really fell in love with the game.
That's awesome. So it's a family. It's a family business.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm in.
Okay.
I'm dimmed up. It looks like
Perfect.
I'm looking at what I got here. There's a lot of numbers. I'm seeing a lot of math.
Yeah. So I think, is there a way for you to share it on Discord just so there's no lag?
Yeah, you just want me to share like the link? Would that send you to me?
I just need just share the dim page, or like in Discord you can share your screen.
Here we go. Okay, yeah. Do-do-do-do-do.
Because I don't want to have to look at stream and just say,
Yeah.
oh, that gun, and then 30 seconds later you look at the wrong gun.
There we go. Okay. You see this?
Okay. Yeah, I can see everything now. Cool.
All right, now we're
Okay,
locked in.
Okay, so you have nothing in your vault. Okay.
I'm not a rich man. I'm not a rich man.
Okay, so I guess we could start with your vault. So I was gonna say the reason why we go to dim is because you can easily transfer your weapons and stuff from your vault to your character,
Mhm.
but you have nothing in your vault, so there's nothing to to move into your character. If
You're
you
saying
did
vault,
play-
vault is like a bank system. I'm assuming this might be the first time I'm hearing of it.
Yeah, so in Destiny there's something called the vault. You used to have to go to the tower to input stuff in your vault, because Destiny's the looter shooter. You want to get as much loot as possible, so they know that you have limited storage in your inventory or in your character page, so then you can put it into your vault to save it. And with 3 different characters, so I have a hunter, titan, and warlock.
Uh-huh.
I can move things from character to character, or between my
Okay.
vault and my character.
So the vault is for all of your characters.
Exactly. So if you, let's say for example, on your warlock right now, if you were to get onto it, you would have that Traveler's Chosen. But what you could also do is move guns from your hunter into your warlock.
Oh my god, I hit something now. It's making a lot of noises.
Yeah, so what's happening is you said collect postmaster. So your postmaster collects stuff that you might have missed while you were playing the game. So
Okay.
let's say
Makes
like
sense.
an
I miss a lot.
let's say an engram dropped on the ground, but you just didn't see it, or maybe it fell off the edge. Instead of it just deleting, it goes to your postmaster, which is at the tower. Now you can collect these items from dim, which is what you did, but there's some things you have to actually pick up in person.
Okay.
So
Oh, and
we'll go to
Michael
the
in
tower.
chat is saying blue is the best. I don't need purples or yellows. Am I being trolled, Ace? Hey, Sato,
Yes,
by the way.
you are.
Okay. See, guys, now the trolls will not be able to thrive. Ace is here to direct me. You all shall fall. Okay.
How the tier system works, it goes white, blue, purple, and then exotic, so that's yellow. You'll never ever get a white. That comes from the base game, and they just don't even drop them anymore. You'll get blues to level up. So if you see your power level for each weapon, it has a number below it. That's the
Okay,
light
yeah.
level of the weapon, and in your secondary slot, so in your primary slot, you'll see kinetic weapons, which have no type of energy. You'll also see darkness weapons, so stasis or strand. So if you look at that scout rifle, that is a stasis weapon, and you can tell it's a stasis weapon because that's how it is. You can tell it's a stasis weapon because it has the little blue icon. So this is just a common weapon. Go to click the one right below that.
The
So this is a
live
stasis
fire. Okay.
Yeah. So if you look to the right, it says 1920, and then right next to that, that's the little symbol, that's stasis. So that's how I know it's a stasis weapon. Now, if you click on the sidearm at the top, if you look, it has that kind of explosion. That's kinetic.
Okay.
It doesn't have a class. And then there's strand, which you've played with.
Yes.
And if you
yeah,
look at
the
your-
Tarzan style rope swing.
Yeah, if you have the weapon you have equipped right now, the exotic,
Was that this one?
that is oh, you don't have the catalyst done. When you finish the catalyst, it turns into a strand weapon. So we have darkness and kinetic in the first slot. In the second slot, we have our light subclass. So we have arc, solar, void. So in that second slot, we see void, arc, and solar. And these only whenever you're thinking about your our weapon system, you can have shotgun snipers, like primaries, any type in each of the slots, but they're constrained to be arc shield or void in the second slot, and kinetic, stasis, and strand at the top slot. And then the
Gotcha.
heavy
Okay.
slot, yeah. In the heavy slot, we have power weapons, which can be any of the type except for kinetic, but they just came out with a kinetic exotic that is in the heavy slot. But it's the only one.
And what is
So
kinetic? Isn't like a class. That's just like a.
it's like a regular gun.
Yeah, it's just like okay. So it's not like special. It doesn't like benefit based off having any class, basically.
No,
Okay.
and people were like, "What's the point of having kinetics?" Well, with prismatic, which is the new subclass that came out, it will charge your prismatic energy, dark and light at the same time. So there is a benefit for having kinetic weapons now, over other ones, but typically that's how it works. In Destiny 1, it was different. You could only have special weapons in the second slot and primary in the first and then heavy in the third. But now it's more fluid.
So should I put all of these ones that I'm not using in my vault, or should I?
So since nothing's in your vault except for I guess whenever you did your thing, you moved a sidearm. We can.
Oh,
I
is
can
this?
just look at your
Wait, is this my vault right here? Just this handgun?
Yeah. So what it does is it will. I guess I could share. I can share with you what my vault looks like. It's gonna look a little different. Share dim. So my vault looks a little different than yours, but you can see that I have Hunter, Titan. Oh, are you able to see it?
Yeah, I'm looking right now. Okay. Yeah, your vault's like swagged out, guys. He's got a lot of. I turned it off so I didn't go to the Discord thing, but a lot of yellows, a lot of purples, very organized.
So this is the primary slots. These are all my primary weapons, and then these are my secondary weapons, and then these are my heavy weapons, and then we got armor.
Ooh, okay. And Sato saying kinetic damage type that does bonus to unshielded enemies. Okay. So am I getting bonuses? Thank you, Sato. Am I getting bonuses for like all of these? Like, are all of these different types gonna do bonuses against certain enemies, or is that just certain guns, or is that specific to kinetic?
Certain enemies will have different types of shields, and if you match the shield type, you'll do more damage to it. Certain enemies take more damage to a type of like energy during a strike. So there could be a stasis surge or a kinetic surge, and all your stasis or kinetic weapons will do more damage in that strike.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's kind of activity dependent. So what you want is you want a very diverse a range of guns, weapons, armor, and stuff. So then you can, whenever you go into an activity, you can build the best loadout. So that's the kind of the goal. So that's kind of the weapons and armor. But let's dive a little deeper.
Oh, we have a question from the class though. Can vaults be organized? Mine is a mess. Is that possible?
This is the struggle. So if we go back to
Oh, no.
Destiny, you can now vault from orbit. So if you in this stage, I think if you hit up on the D-pad, it's vault.
That's what you. Oh, okay. Oh, look at this. Okay.
So this is your vault page, and you can kind of organize it with the toggle sorting. There's default, newest, rarity, and quantity. With your one weapon, you're not really sorting that much, but with the other people, you can. The problem is that's all you can do. So with dim, it's a lot more organized. It's a lot more clear and concise of what you have, and you can sort it by gun type. So I have it sorted. If you saw mine, I had all the auto rifles together and all the bows together.
It was very
which
pretty.
made it a lot easier. It made it a lot easier to see what I had of one type. So I prefer to have a wide variety of stuff. So like I like to have a stasis, assault, a strand, an arc, a solar of all of an auto rifle, and then have all the different types for a scout rifle, and then all the different types for a sniper. So then if I want, I need a stasis sniper for this strike, I have one.
Okay. You have them ready to go.
Exactly. So if they're having vault troubles, just use Dim. Dim is super helpful. But you don't have that issue, so we don't have to worry about that.
Should I move all this stuff over so I can pick stuff up? Like, should I put all this stuff in my vault?
You can, but we're gonna actually look at it and kind of see what's good, what's bad. We'll look at some stuff.
All right.
So in Destiny, let's start with armor because armor is a little bit easier. So you can see to the right side you have 6 stats, and you see what your stats are. So at the very top you have power, and then you have your guardian rank. So
Okay.
your guardian rank 5, and below that is the stats. So we have mobility, resilience, recovery, discipline, intellect, and strength. Do you see where that is?
Yes. Okay.
So
I see. Oh, and it kind of goes up to what, 10 or something? Is that the
yeah,
idea?
so they are changing the armor system whenever the new expansion comes out, which they haven't talked about when it's coming out yet. We assume it's coming out after episode 3, but we don't know yet. But in general, how the stats work right now, which is subject to change, is for every 10 levels you get a stat increase. So let's hover over mobility, for example. So you're a
Okay.
hunter. So with increased mobility, you will get your dodge ability back faster.
That's the double B.
Yeah, that's your double B. So I think you might have it set to reload weapon, which every time you dodge, you're going to reload your weapon. But you can change it to be many different types of things. But as you see, you have 63 out of 100, and right below it, it says 24%. So that means you'll get your dodge back 24% faster.
Okay.
Now, if you hit 69,
Nice.
it will still be at 24. Exactly. But as soon as you hit 60, as soon as you hit 70, like the next 10 barrier, then it will go up in rank. So it'll be like, I think 27 or 28% faster.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
the goal is to always shoot for these rounds of 10, and as soon as you get to 100, it doesn't give you any more benefit. So if you hit 100 mobility, there's no more benefit after that. So for each class, there's a stat distribution you want. So mobility, it makes your jump a little bit higher and your sprint a little bit better. And for hunters, it makes your class ability come back. For discipline, it's a straight damage reduction, which you can actually see whenever you hover over them. You can just kind of read it.
Okay. Cooldown time of grenades. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you forget anything I say, I'm going to try to show you where you can find out. So hopefully, you don't have to take too many notes.
So if I want to be the strongest hunter, which one of these stats am I trying to slap into the most? Like mobility, is that kind of the goal generally?
Yeah. Generally, this is in general. Hunters would want mobility. Titans want discipline because discipline lets them get their class ability back faster, and recovery lets warlocks get their ability back faster. Now their class ability. The problem is mobility just makes you run a little bit faster, while discipline just helps reduce damage, and recovery lets you get your health back faster. So what I like to spec into is high discipline. Right now, everyone wants high discipline. So I have 100 discipline right now, which is what you want. So how do you get these disciplines? So this is where the armor comes in. So if we hover over, I think your helmet, it's a legendary piece of armor. We can see your stat distribution.
Oh, and Sato's saying resilience is the most important. Is that because that gives you like less damage or regain health faster?
Yeah.
Is that the?
It's a straight damage reduction.
Okay.
So
Okay.
whatever damage you take right now, you have 1, so 2% less damage. If you were at stat 100, which is what I'm at, you would take 30% less damage, like instantly. So
Okay.
any damage that comes to you,
that would be useful. I'm getting my ass kicked over here.
So if you hit the side arrow on your D-pad to the right, we're gonna go to the build crafting.
Ooh. Oh wow! I didn't even know this existed. Oh no.
Well, so this came with Lightfall. Yeah, Lightfall. So this is how you make a build. This is how you're gonna do it, and you can actually look at your weapons as well. But we're gonna right now let's focus on the armor. So if we click on the helmet, we can
Is this the helmet
see
I
if
should have on? Just sorry, quickly. Now that I'm looking at this, because I have exotic ones, but they're 1900 light level. So I would.
yeah, so this is where we talk about light level and distribution. So at the very bottom at this thing over here, we see our entire stat build. In that screen, we can see the distribution.
Oh, okay.
And for each piece of armor, they have their own distribution. Typically, you want a total that is above 60, and then you want a spiky build. So if you inspect my character, you can see my helmet, and my resilience and my discipline are more spiky, which I just have more in each of those categories. And if you look at my gauntlets or the arms, I have another high resilience spike and a high discipline spike. So because those are the two stats I was trying to build into, so that's why I was going for those. So
okay.
Whenever you're looking at armor,
Discipline.
the only thing we really care about is the stat distribution. Light level matters when you're trying to level, and how the leveling system works is all the gear you get will be increased light, and then at a certain point it's called the soft cap, which means that you will stop gaining increased light level stuff from all.
And is that 2000 right now, or is that
so
like
the
1990?
soft cap right now? The soft cap is 1960.
Oh,
there's
Jesus.
Then there's the hard cap, which is at 2000.
Okay.
And then there's the pinnacle cap, which is at 2010.
Holy
Now
shit.
you can go. You can go.
Dude, you're
above
sitting
there.
here at 2004. I thought you had the apple bottom jeans on. No, this is next level.
And then how you go above that is with your artifact. With your artifact gives you plus stats. So as right now, you can see my helmet is 2010, which is the pinnacle. That's the highest you can go right now. But if everything I had was 2010, then I could be above that, because if you look at my artifact, it says plus 12. You can kind of see.
Wait,
the
where do I
stat-
see the artifact? Where do I see that?
So it's right below my ghost.
Right below your ghost. Oh, okay.
Another
Slayer
place you
Baron,
can-
Apothecary Satchel.
Yes. So every season, they call them episodes now, but there's a season. It's a seasonal artifact. You have this satchel. So I'll talk about it here in a second. But in general, it will give you added light level. And if you look at that big 204 number and you hover over it, it says gear. Right now, mine says 1992.
Okay.
And then it says plus 12. That plus 12 is from the artifact.
Wait, so even with basically all of your armor being over 2000, your still literal light level is 1992.
Exactly, because what it's doing is it's averaging all my weapons. So right now, I have this machine gun that's 1900 because I didn't infuse it. So if I infuse it, which I could do right now because I have the materials. So again, look at my heavy machine gun. It is 1900, and right now I'm about to infuse it. So now you're about to see my light level jump up.
Holy shit.
So it was taking the average of all of my light level from everything.
Gotcha. So
now-
that pulls it way down.
Yeah, it's just pulling it out. So whenever you had the Halloween mask on, it was pulling it down because the Halloween mask is 0. It has no light outside of Halloween.
Gotcha.
So
And I can't even wear it now.
Yeah, you can't wear it now either. But
Bastards.
if you did have it on, it would bring your light level way down. So what you want to do is you want to try to get your light level up, so then you start getting higher level drops. But Destiny knows that if you get a high light level thing, it's not going to be on the current weapon you have. So there's a few ways we can get that light level moved. One way is by infusion. So if we click on an armor piece and inspect it, or a weapon piece, the very
wait.
first icon.
So you hit Y on it? Is that what I'm trying to think?
Yeah.
Details. The same?
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha.
Now, this has to be a legendary. You cannot do that for blues. Blues are not able to be done, but if it's purple on the background, that's a legendary, and it can be infused. So inspect any piece of armor or weapon, or exotic. It can be done for that too. And the first box says infuse. It has this kind of golden symbol.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So currently, the helmet you're looking at is your highest light level thing. It is 1949.
Mhm.
If any of your other pieces was higher than that, then you can infuse it with the upgrade module.
So you can bring your old helmet up to where you're at now, but you can't bring your. Well, maybe I'm saying this backwards. You're saying that in theory, like the next helmet I get, if I wanted it to look like this helmet, I could turn it into that. Is that right?
You can make the light level, not turning the customization. That's different. So let's inspect one of your exotic helmets, so then you can kind of see this a little bit better.
Are one of these better? This one has 5 energy. Worm husk crown.
Yeah, we can inspect worm husk.
All right.
It's a 67, so that's really good. So that's the total stat distribution.
Where are you seeing that? Where are you seeing the 67?
So if you go to the bottom corner,
Feeding the
right,
okay, so it says
it
feeding
says-
the level to the old item. Okay, so it's just the light level.
it's just the light level. It's not doing anything.
Gotcha. Okay.
If you look at the bottom right when you're inspecting, there's something called the build stat, and then
Uh-huh.
right next there's a little shield. If you click on that, I think it's behind your head in the stream.
Oh, there we go.
you can
Okay.
look yeah, so
I see it.
there's gear, which is just your specific item, and if you look at build stats, it's your overall build. Typically, when you're building, you're looking at the build stats because you want to see everything.
So should I do that? Should I like upgrade this with the light level of my highest thing right now and use this, or is that not going to be the most beneficial?
Since there's not much in your vault, for right now, we'll make a build at the end.
Okay.
Your build will be your final exam. I'm gonna let you make the build on your own,
Here we go.
and I'm gonna see kind of what you do, and we'll like walk through a build together. And then from there, you can save your build in a loadout, and anytime you want to equip it, you can just equip the loadout, and everything will be on.
Boom.
So that'll be your final exam. We'll do that at the end.
Locked in.
So that is kind of how armor works. You care about the stat distribution. We don't really care about light level. But to get increased light level, you can either have it equipped or you can have the things in your inventory. So for example, I'm trying to get Pinnacle Cap right now, so I'm trying to get 210 armor. To get that, I need to have the highest light level item of everything in my inventory. So for helmet, for example, is 210, that's a cap. But my arms, I only have 206. But if I need the next light level, like if I want to get a drop that is higher light, I need to have at least the highest light level of my armor piece in my inventory. I don't know if I'm kind of losing you, but so pretty much at all times, you want to have whatever the highest light level for each slot in your inventory.
Okay. So we want to be carrying them with us because that's going to infect my light level.
Yeah, it's going to affect what drops you're getting. And I see what Random said. It's going to be the
He just doesn't, Random just doesn't have faith in me. You not need to have it on you. What is Sato talking about? The item? Like it can be in your vault and it'll still help your power level? Or does it have to be...
So it used to be you had to have it like just in your inventory, so in your screen. I think they might have changed it to where your vault it will count.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think it changed, but I can't remember exactly. A lot of it, they keep changing the game to make it easier for people, but sometimes it changes.
Gotcha. Okay. So you got to keep up to date as well with where it needs to be sitting for you to be having.
I trust the people in chat saying it tracks it from your vault, so you can have it in your vault, but you don't want to destroy it. If you destroy it, then you won't have it at all, and your highest light level part would go down, and we don't want that to happen.
Okay, and so that's why, kind of like what Sato's saying here, that's why it's good to like run like one of each character in your account, so that like you all have like a combined pool of stuff? Is that like how that works? Gotcha.
Yeah, and then once you get to the highest light level, you can destroy those kind of stuff you have tracked. I like to have it in my inventory, so then I know at all times. Okay, this is the part that I'm missing. I'm missing like an arm that needs to be a higher light. It makes it a little bit easier, but it's I trust the people in chat saying it's from your vault. I know it used to be not in your vault, or people because Destiny is an RNG game where you don't know exactly when your weapons or armor or what exact piece is going to drop. There's been a lot of superstitions like, oh yeah, you need to keep all of this stuff just so you get just so I can get the class item or the cloaker now.
Well, and I know I've seen people talking about some like weird stuff with the numbers behind the scenes, and then Bungie was like, no, it's not. That's not happening. It's a conspiracy theory. But then it turned out there was like some sort of weird thing, I guess, with like the drops and some of the new stuff or something. Maybe I'm going crazy, but
this is perfect timing. Now we're done with the armor now. We're moving into weapons, and we can actually talk about we call it weight gate, but it was
weight gate.
It actually did happen, and it's true. They're gonna come out with an article talking about what was going on behind the scenes, but let's look at the sniper you have, for example. Go ahead and inspect it.
Sniper I have, not the scout rifle, the sniper rifle, the one that I have equipped.
Yeah, the one you have.
Okay.
Equipped.
Ooh. Okay. Wait. There's perks. There's perks. Yep. Okay. Hold on.
Here's how the perks work. So the first two are going to be your barrel and magazine perk. So this, I think they give you 3 each, and what they allow you to, or 2 each. What they allow you to do is kind of rein in your stats a little bit. So for sniper, for example, maybe you want the best range, so you can hit targets at a longer range, or maybe you care more about recoil direction.
Okay.
Or reload speed. You can kind of hone those in a little bit. So those are the first 2 stats.
But they don't look different. These aren't visual things. They're just back end, like things that change how it operates for you. Okay.
And those are the first 2 stats. Typically, whenever someone says, what's the role? They're referring to the 3rd column and the 4th column. So for this one, you have air trigger and firing line. So that's your role.
Okay.
Air trigger, firing line.
So wait, these first 1, 2, and like the other one, everything but 3 and 4 are going to be the same with the same options for the gun, but these 2 will be different, or can they all be different?
They'll all be different. Well, if you go back to dim, actually, you can click on your weapon in there, and we can actually look at all the different possible roles you could have gotten.
Oh, okay. So that's even an option to every.
Yeah, this is another reason why dim is so useful. So in dim, you can click on a weapon and then click the name of the weapon, and you can see all the different possible roles that weapon could have gotten.
Oh wow. Okay, so there's a shit ton of perks that they could.
Yeah. So if you want to pull that up on stream, actually, because I can show kind of what weight gate was and how why people how they ended up finding it out, because it's very interesting. It's fixed now, they claim. It shouldn't have existed in the first place, but it's fixed now. So
well, he's saying range on snipers affects the amount of aim assist. Really? That's interesting. Okay.
So
I need decent loot. I do, Michael. One day.
So let's look at Lone Wolf. So that's the 3rd perk in the 3rd column.
Ooh.
And
okay.
So what Weight was, it would wait, quote unquote, wait, where if the perks were right next to each other in the API, they were more likely to drop. So for example, Lone Wolf and destabilizing rounds for this weapon was more likely to drop. Now, if they were one apart, so Lone Wolf or the one above it, which is closing time, or the one below it, Focus Fury, they were a little bit less likely. 2 apart, so that's Lone Wolf and Withering Gaze, which is at the top, like 2 apart in the second column,
Hmm.
and then opening shot, which is down. That was less likely, and then it was extremely unlikely if it was 3 apart. So it loops around, so at the top it would go back down. So it'd be firing line and Vorpal, which are 3 apart from Lone Wolf, and they were extremely unlikely. This is not how it's supposed to work. It
So
was
each
supposed to
one of these
randomly
columns were supposed to be random, but you're saying they were dependent upon each other?
exactly. And
Interesting.
they found this out through statistics by just having many people get drops, and then they tracked what the roll was of each drop, and like thousands and thousands of weapons people were tracking. And then they went and looked at another website called light.gg, and they saw people's rolls in there, and they saw this clear trend that this thing was real.
And people were
sure
doing some
enough,
heavy duty math, some
yeah.
insane math.
And it turned out it was real. Bungie did confirm. Now, it wasn't intentional. They didn't. They didn't mean to do it. Like Bungie wasn't like, oh, let's make sure they don't get this weapon. They don't get this roll. It wasn't intentional. It was just something that kind of a bug that happened. So it's not malicious, but now it should be fixed. So you should randomly get 1 perk in one column and then 1 perk in the other.
Okay. And now it's fixed, so I don't have to worry about it when I'm getting my top end loot.
Exactly. So typically, whenever let's say you wanted to go for the sniper, and you don't know what's on it, you can go to dim and you can look at the weapon and say, oh, what 2 perks do I want? And then whenever you're grinding for that weapon or trying to get it a lot, you can see what the best perks are for them.
Gotcha. And it's like, now, is it a thing where it's like, okay, this is like the meta gun and these are the meta perks, like everybody agrees like these are going to be the best? Or is it really dependent on what your exact skew of your exact class is? Or is it like generally agreed upon, everybody knows this is the god drop right here?
Yeah, so there's something called God roll, and that's what everyone agrees is the best roll for that weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some weapons, they have a quote-unquote God roll. A great example is like Fatebringer having Explosive Payload Firefly. It's just, there's certain weapons that like, there's no point in running any other perks. It's just like, these 2 perks are the best. Now, in reality, if let's say, for example, let's take a sniper for example, Lone Wolf. Let's say I just love Lone Wolf. I love the perk. I love always being alone. And whenever you're alone with Lone Wolf, you get a buff. And I think I'm trying to think of the exact wording of the perk.
And Sadow's saying, don't trust the thumbs up. Are the thumbs up that's supposed to show the god roll in?
That's the recommended roll.
Okay.
And that is based on the other people. So it's all dependent on what you prefer. So let's say you prefer Lone Wolf, like you just love the perk, and but here it's saying, oh, you should do Repulsor Brace. That's what you should go for. If you don't play that play style, then there's no point in having that perk for you.
And are these perks the same for every gun, or is it the same for every like type of like? Or is this every type of perk? And are these categories, these columns, always going to be the same for every sniper rifle, or are they different even sniper rifle to sniper rifle?
It's different from every single gun have their own specific sets of rules. So this is where
that's an absurd amount of variance.
Exactly.
Hey,
so
Rage,
I'm
how's
not
it
going
going?
to sit here and tell you every single perk that's known to man, because there's so many in Destiny. So we're not going to go through all of them. But I would just recommend that you just read it. So whenever you get a gun, just read each perk. So just hover over it and just see what it says it does. And in dim, you can actually see what is actually happening. So the one you're looking at right now, Deconstruct. Dealing sustained damage grants bonus damage against vehicles, constructs, and rifles.
But it shows you like plus 10 range. It tells you like the actual shit that it's doing.
Exactly. It tells you the back end.
Okay.
Stuff. But inside Destiny, you don't know exactly what it's doing.
Yeah.
So that's what's so powerful about dim. So what we're gonna do is we're going to try to identify what you like to play, like your play style, and then maybe try to build around that. So, my fiance loves close-up encounters, so she loves glaives. Glaives is a weapon that was introduced with um, Witch Queen, and she just loves them. The community on a large scale have kind of not loved glaives. Some people love them, some people hate them. But if you love melee, they're really good. So she prefers perks that deal with melee damage. That's what she likes. And I'm not about to sit here and say, "Oh, you should play this way. It's the best optimal way." So we're gonna try to figure out what you like to play with, the way you like to play, and build around that. Because I feel like that's gonna make your experience more fun in Destiny, because you're gonna play the way that you want to play.
Ready to brain the pain. Jillian didn't expect it called out. And so mods, I'm assuming, are just kind of like a perk that you can apply to your gun, like it's an extra perk, kind of.
Yeah, so they'll give you some extra stats. Maybe if you want to hone in some of the kind of the extra bounds of it. So if you want to increase the magazine, you want to make it more snappy, it equips faster, you can kind of hone those in. The thing next to it, though, is called a masterwork. Now, this, you can infuse it to make the weapon even better. Now they have something called weapon crafting, where what you can do is you can weapon enhancing, where you can enhance the weapon to have the same perks, but they're even better. But for right now, I think that's a little bit above what we need to talk about. We're still talking about the basics. So typically, if you really like the weapon, you would want to masterwork it because it just makes it better.
Gotcha. I can understand that. Better's good. I like money.
Exactly. So for right now, I would recommend that you focus on whenever you get a new loot, not during an activity. Wait till after the activity's over and you're in orbit. Look at each weapon that you get and look at the perk. Think about it like, I'm going to, like maybe I like this.
Okay.
So whatever you prefer, and then, or maybe you just try the weapon out. Just try a new perk rollout. Try a new type of weapon out. So let's look at what you actually have in each slot. So I guess we can look at your scout rifle, like your kinetic weapons. That's the first slot. So you have a scout rifle. You have 3 scout rifles. You have an auto rifle, a shotgun, and something else.
So what I have been rocking is that Quicksilver, because if I'm shooting somebody for a little bit, little tiny rockets come out and make a big mess on them. That's what I have been rocking with.
Yeah, Quicksilver is really good. There's actually something else about Quicksilver which you haven't been using. So if you inspect Quicksilver, it says landing multiple rockets increase, like has the extra chance for an extra rocket. But the other aspect of it is it actually loads grenades. So if you hold the reload button every time a rocket hits it,
oh yeah, okay. That's where it gets spiky.
Yes.
I call it danger mode.
Yeah, so I had watched you play the other day, and you didn't use it at all.
No.
I was like,
I forget.
Yeah, so it's a very powerful weapon, and that's because it's like a 2-in-1. You get a grenade launcher and an auto rifle. It was even more like meta. Like I used it all last year, but they nerfed it. It was a little sad, but at the same time, it was so good that what was the point of running anything else,
Gotcha. I'll see you later, random. And yes, Michael, I'm full memorization. I'm dialed in. Indubitably. I'm getting it. I'm slowly building. So it's basically about finding, because like any class can use any gun. There's not like necessarily inherent benefit. Like I'm a hunter, so I don't have to use like a hand cannon. It's more so about what each individual gun stat distributions are and the exact type of build I'm trying to make. And then also kind of like, what am I going to do best with? Like, I think in my experience, like the auto rifle has been the primary thing that I felt comfortable with. And that's why I kept this in my inventory, because I've kind of bounced back to it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then there's the things with, so whenever I'm thinking about a build, I think about first, what subclass am I using? So let's actually talk about subclasses. So let's inspect your solar subclass.
What do we do? We click Y here. Oh, okay. Another menu that I am just now realizing exists. Okay.
So with subclasses,
this goes so hard. How have I been missing this? I'm holding fucking fire.
It's pretty cool. So in Destiny 1, you would unlock your subclass by playing, and then you could select which perks and stuff you wanted. And then in Destiny 2, they changed it to a simplified system, but they finally brought back the more nuanced system. They call it Subclass 3.0, where you have something called abilities, aspects, and fragments. So if we look at the super, the big gun, if we hover over that, for Solar Hunter, there's 3 types of super. There's Golden Gun, Deadshot, Golden Gun Marksman, and Blade Barrage. Those are the 3 different solar supers you can have.
Okay.
And you can read the difference, but in general, the difference between Deadshot and Marksman is one allows you to shoot 3 shots, the other that is like high damage, the other one allows you to keep shooting as long as you're getting kills. And then for Blade Barrage, you just throw a bunch of blades everywhere.
Yeah, see, I think I've always left this one equipped because it reminded me of the dude from Overwatch. Yo, it's high noon. So sorry, Jake, I didn't know you were naked. Okay.
So the reason why they're saying that is because if you look at your aspects, you don't have any equipped.
Are these important? They seem important.
Yes,
just looking
this
at
is
them.
very important. So let's look at the abilities first. So the very first one is your class ability. So for each class, they have their own special one. For Hunter, it's Dodge. For Warlock, it's your little healing rift or empowering rift. And then for Titan, it's the wall. So for the dodge, there's 3 types of dodges. There's Marksman's dodge, Gambler's dodge, and Acrobat's dodge. Acrobat is only for Solar and Prismatic, but just think of it as you have Marksman and Gambler. Marksman, anytime you hit the dodge, so that's your double B, then it will instantly reload your weapon that you're holding. I prefer Marksman, but in certain cases, in certain builds, Gambler's dodge is good. So what Gambler's dodge does, if you double tap it near an enemy, it will give you your melee ability back.
And is this saying like it's an instant reload, not like he starts the reload animation once I'm done with the dodge, it's just automatically having my bullets back.
As soon as the dodge is over, your gun's fully reloaded.
Just wait till I unlock Prismatic. Yeah, I'm assuming this would get more complicated, right? Because Prismatic lets you take pieces from everything else.
Exactly.
Nightmare.
Then next we have the movement ability. Every class has different jumps. On Hunter, I only use triple jump. I don't use any of these other 2. I'm just used to the triple jump. And it seems like you have triple jump already, and you're kind of used to it.
I'm honestly, just to be entirely clear, I'm realizing now that triple jump isn't something that you just have. I just thought everybody could jump twice after you jump one time.
Whenever you play your Hunter, I played Hunter so long, but sometimes I switch to my Warlock and Titan, and they have different kind of movement, so their jump ability is different. So I'll go to jump, and then I'll just like completely whiff it, or I'll just miss it completely because you have to jump differently.
Well, isn't one of them has like a jetpack kind of thing, right? Like a glide or something like that? Okay.
So with Warlocks, you have to, the first jump is just like a regular jump. The second one continues the movement of wherever the first one was going. So you have to do jump instantly, so it continues upward. But if you did jump and then you waited and you start falling and you hit second jump, it's gonna continue in that downward motion, so you can't recover. And then Titan does that catapult lift. So anytime you hit the second jump, it will just go upward.
I'm glad that I titled the stream AP Destiny 2 and not Destiny 2 101. I feel like this is advanced. I feel like I'm deep in it. Or maybe this is Destiny 101 and my brain is so small and smooth that
Yeah. And a lot of the stuff I'm talking about, I just want you to be aware of all this stuff, and then in the future you could, dabble.
Gotcha,
A little bit
yeah.
more. And then we have our melee abilities. We have the different types of melee. Each subclass has their kind of different type. But for solar, it's all about throwing knives. And then we have grenades, and then each grenade does something slightly differently. And then we have something called aspects. So let's.
And this is where we get the cool pictures. This is reminding me of Hunt. Split hairs about how smooth our brains are, Jake. All right.
So let's look at. Go ahead and equip one. Doesn't matter which one, because.
Okay, let's
we're
go
just
with
gonna
which
look
one
at-
looks the coolest. We're going with the matchbook. I feel like that fits
Okay.
the vibe.
So this is called Gunpowder's Gamble, and what it does, you can just you can read it, but whenever you do enough damage with solar abilities, solar weapons, you get the ability to throw this extra bomb. So you throw your grenade, but instead of it being a grenade, it's a Gunpowder Gamble, and you throw it, and then after a little bit, it will explode, or you could shoot it out of the air or shoot it on the ground, and it will explode. So you could think of it as not C4, but I guess kind of like C4. But
And this is like this is an entirely separate thing. Like this is just a free grenade that I've just been not using. That I get.
you just haven't had it equipped. And if you look at it, it says fragment slots, and it says 2. So that means you can equip 2 fragments at the bottom. So if we look at the bottom now, there's these things called fragments, which give other extra abilities. And now that you have an aspect equipped, you can equip 2 fragments.
Okay, wait. Fragments. Oh, okay. That's totally it. Wait, should I equip another aspect? Should I just throw one of these
Yes.
other ones on?
Yeah, just throw one of the other ones on for right now.
Okay. Leather holster, well worn. You always quicker on the draw. Precision final blows grant you and nearby allies increased weapon melee. Okay. Now I'm at the fragments. Alrighty. Holy shit, there's even more. This is like some Elden Ring looking shit. What is this? You got boss souls in here?
Yeah, kind of. But when you're looking at some of this stuff, it will also, not only does it have an ability, but it also tells you about, it might give you increased stats, and you can see the increased stats of what it gives you. It also has something called a subclass keyword. So let's hover over.
Let's this
trying to
first
see one that
one.
you have.
Ember of
Ember-
Singeing.
Ember of Singeing, yeah. So it has, if you just hover over it, we see Scorch and Ignition. So
Okay.
you can read on what they are, but each subclass, so Arc, Solar, Void, and then Strand and Stasis, they have their own subclass keywords. Solar is all about, scorching and ignitions. So you're trying to make the targets, burn and then explode with fire. And then they have Cure, which allows you to heal, and a few other things. And each subclass has their own kind of language, per se. So whenever you're looking at weapons or abilities that say, when you're scorching a target, blah 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 blah, or when an ignition happens, blah 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 blah, this is how you know what they're talking about. So if you hear anything about scorching or ignitions, they're talking about solar. So you probably want to have a solar subclass on it.
Okay. Oh, so these fragments, these aren't specific to the solar stuff that I'm looking at right now. These are just. Oh, okay. Because I can click over and there's. Oh no, there's not other ones. So these fragments would be different if I didn't have solar equipped.
Yeah. So go ahead and equip. Just throw on some, just so then you have. you're not just have nothing on.
Just raw dogging it.
Yeah. But let's inspect one of your other supers, and we can see that there is more aspects to the other supers. Maybe let's do probably Void.
Void. Oh, okay, wait, hold on. So I need to back out entirely and pick a different... Here we go. Okay, Void. All right. And I've never touched any of this. No idea what's going on over here. Shadow Shot, Morbius.
It's kind of surprising to me that you've never have you ever changed your subclass or
I played through the entire first campaign. I played Destiny when it came out, and I'm pretty sure I had the fire one on until I re-downloaded the game earlier this year, and I played through the Strand area with the dudes on surfboards. It has literally been that since then.
Okay. A little surprising, but there's so many supers that you haven't played with. So, okay. For each subclass, that you have to equip your own aspects and your own fragments and your own abilities. But Void is all about, for hunters at least, we do a lot of invisibility. So if you go to your aspects, for example, there's something called there's Trapper's Ambush and Vanishing Step. So that's what I have equipped because this is my invis build. Trapper's Ambush turns your smoke bomb, your snare bomb, into a thing where if I'm in the air, I can fall to the ground and turn people invisible. I see that you only have Stylus Executioner, so you can just equip that. What it does, if you read it, whenever you weaken or suppress or volatile a target, you get invisibility. And then there are certain fragments that say when exiting invisibility, you get volatile rounds, or you get devour. So this is something that's super powerful. So you want to have your aspects and your fragments kind of work together, and that's how you get those kind of buffs. Now there is someone in the tower, which we'll come to. I think we're coming to the end of the kind of the basics. That you can actually buy these different fragments and stuff, because as you can see, some of the stuff is locked for you. You can actually unlock them.
Gotcha. Okay. And some of these ones that I've never touched before.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of the basics of supers, weapons, and armor. There's one more aspect of armor that we'll touch on briefly, but because I just don't want to overwhelm you. So if you go to the loadouts page, so if you're looking at your character and you press to the right, we go back to that kind of mod customization.
Oh, okay, I see this. Yeah, save new loadout, custom loadout.
So if you click on your helmet, for example, there's in your weapons, you had infuse and you had your subclass and you had some a weapon mod you could put on. Well, for your armor, it also has mods you can equip.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. And some of these mods, I think you were saying this earlier, they're only active in certain raids or events or something.
Yeah, so for raids armor, so for yours, that very last piece, that is the raid mod. So that's only if you equip it, it only is going to help you in Deepstone Crypt.
Okay, but it doesn't hurt you. It's not like taking up a slot if you have it on or something.
It used to take up energy, but it doesn't anymore. So what the energy is, if you look at the top of the each of the mods, you can see a number, and it tells you how much energy it costs. So, for example, the mobility costs 3. Well, if you look at your armor tier, you can actually enhance it. So if you hover over it, you can make it go up by putting some resources into your armor.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing that now. Endurance that comes into basics with Babish. What's funny here is what I'm realizing, because one of my questions that I've been holding on to, I was like, okay, is hey, I have this stuff called Glimmer that it seemed to be picking up a lot, and it won't let me get anymore. So what do I do with it? And now I'm realizing, oh, you're supposed to put that into the armor. I'm seeing now my first opportunity to spin Glimmer, which I have. I think can you not carry just an infinite amount of it?
And nope, you can hold 500. It used to be 250,000, but now it's 500,000. But the other thing Glimmer is useful for, you can buy super upgrades. So we're gonna do some of that kind of buying up next. But for right now, if you want to, go ahead and spend some energy and get it up to. I think you can get for 5 is all Glimmer. 6 and 7 require upgrade modules, and then 7 and 8, 8 and 9 cost prisms, and then 10 cost an ascendant shard.
Okay.
So go ahead.
An enhancement core. That's what I'm using here. Okay. Oh, okay. And then a prism I don't have. Okay. Super cooldown when using your class abilities near targets. Bonus super energy on grenade kills. Damn. Okay, so there's a lot of cool stuff. Are these like color-coded ones, like the green ones? These are tied to like strand abilities?
You're so close, but no. There is the green symbol, which is the strand at the bottom. So the bottom row, you can see that there's the strand symbol. So how builds work is there's something called armor charge. So if it's the whole icon's green, typically the green allows you to get armor charge. So let's look at the one that says Radiant Light.
Hold on, wait a second. Now I just hit a button, and hold on, my mind is being blown here. I just hit a show lore button. Do they have this for every armor piece? Do they have like a Dark Souls write-up for every single armor piece?
For every single armor piece and every single weapon.
Holy shit.
Lore.
That's like blowing my mind a little bit. That's a ridiculous amount of fucking writing. What?
There's also lore books that have all the lore collected, which I guess we can cover UI next before we travel to the thing. So so whenever you hear about like, oh, how did you learn about this lore? Typically you learn it through the armor. So for the Deepstone Crypt set,
there's lore everywhere.
All the lore is around that activity. So whenever I was telling you all about the stuff about the Deepstone Crypt, a lot of that got found out because people read the lore pages for the armor and weapons.
Gotcha. Okay. Wow.
And so they used to make it where you had to get it before you could do lore, but now you can go to your collections and look at lore for things you don't have, which is nice.
Orb of Power. Okay.
Yeah,
holy shit. That's ridiculous.
Those 2 green icons in the second row, if you hover over them, they talk about gaining armor charge. So Radiant Light, for example, says casting your super ability nearby allies also increases their current armor charge by 1. Allies have different super element, have their armor charge increased by 2. So now we have this thing called armor charge. So how do we use it? So if we go to an icon that's blue, so Font of Wisdom is blue, and it was kind of grayed out, but if you hover over it,
okay, here we go.
It says you gain bonus intellect whenever you have any armor charge. So whenever through the green abilities, whenever you get an armor charge, you can now anytime you have armor charge, you get more intellect, for example.
Wait, and these mods are actual like items? Because I'm seeing here that says you can have multiple.
So
you can have multiple like of the like they stack, right? So like if I had multiple Fonts of Wisdom, I could like just put like 3 of them in one helmet.
Yep, as long as you had the energy for it, you could do that. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
And each armor piece, so head, arms, chest, legs, and class item, has different types of mods they can equip. So helmet has the certain type, and if you go to your arms, you're gonna see a different set of mods that you can equip.
And are these mods that I picked up at some point, or are these like?
So they used to be mods you had to acquire, but they now have given them to everyone. So you will always have these mods.
So are there some mods that you still have to go and like loot, or are all the mods just base?
Only raid ones and adept mods, but don't even worry about those. Just you can focus on them. So there's something called the general armor mod. So that's the very first slot, and that just gives you an increased stat in something. Typically, what I would recommend when you're starting out is you just want to do the general armor charge of something that you want. So we talked about how resilience is really, really good. So we want to do the one that gives you 10 resilience in the first general slot. And
in the first mod slot, or for
the first mod slot, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then as you go on, you can add more things, more bonus things, I guess.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm seeing it. So those are even separate things. All right.
So
sweet.
I guess, so we won't talk about a build. I think whenever I said we're gonna make a build, I think some people thought I was talking about like an in-game build. What I meant by that is we're gonna make a set of weapons and armor, and we're gonna upgrade it and your subclass, so then you would be happy, like, and you kind of understand it. We're not gonna go through and like maybe do weapon mods and armor mods and stuff.
So you're saying I won't be a pro by the end of tonight?
No, not really. But
damn it,
your stats and everything might be a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, I'll know what is going on. Also, honestly, just actually being able to have everything equipped.
I think that's a huge key.
That's probably a benefit.
That's how the mod system works. That's how armor works. That's how all that stuff kind of works. If you on your character screen, if you go down, we can actually look at the thing that really matters, which is appearance customization.
Looking cool. Very important.
The one thing that actually matters in Destiny.
Yeah.
And for each of them, for legendary weapons, for legendary armor, you can change the shader, and for weapons, you can also change the shader. And then for armor, you can change something called an ornament. So you can make, let's say you really like the way that helmet looks, but the stat distribution is really bad. What you can do is you can make it a pattern, and then now you can make every helmet look like that helmet, and it makes it much better. Because you used to have to, if you wanted your character to look a certain way, you would have to hold on to like 20 different pieces of armor. But now you can just make it look like whatever.
Damn. Okay, yeah, now I'm looking like Dr. Doom. Feeling right at home.
Yeah, and then you can change the shader for each individual piece of armor or the overall. And I see that you're doing the overall. So there's a quest I think that you accepted before that talks about synthesis. You get 10 free ones once you finish it, I think. And we can go into more specifically. Right now you do have the blue cloak equipped. I would change the cloak to a purple cloak. Because with blue, if you look at it, you can't actually make the light level go up. It doesn't have that infused stat. That's why we want to keep the purple.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Wow, dude, that is a lot. All right, one screen down.
Yeah, that is a lot. So we'll take this time right here. Oh, there's even one more thing I forgot. So click on your ghost. This is the last thing on the screen
down here.
that we got to talk
about. Oh, okay, up here.
And if you inspect your ghost, which is below your power weapon.
Gotcha. Oh shit! Look, I got stuff here. What am I doing here?
You can. I would recommend that you have, probably increased XP. I like to have that on.
Okay, yeah, that's what I got. 12%. Okay.
The very next one, if you can put that on, which it will detect resources in chest within a 50-meter radius, and I think you have the one, which is 40 meters, which is really good.
Should I go 2?
Yeah, it's up to you. It's personal preference. And then the next one, I have resilience. So it says an armor piece with the random stats you acquire guaranteed minimum of 10 resilience, and you're more likely to drop with higher. Right now you have mobility, so you're getting
Oh.
more mobility stats. But as we talked about,
Resilience is probably the way
resilience
to
is-
go.
exactly.
Okay.
And there's also glimmer here. So let's say you were running low on glimmer, you could increase your amount of glimmer you get from activities.
Holy shit. 65%.
And then I think you can also, and then the very last one, you can increase your chance of enhancement cores, enhancement prisms. So we do want that. So I would change your first one from XP gains, change it down to like, I think like 4 or 5, and we're gonna change that last one up to get you more cores and prisms, because right now you don't have much
Okay. So you want more enhancement cores. Here we go.
cores or prisms, because cores is how you get upgrade modules, which I think you have 25, which is the max, but I don't think you have any prisms, so you probably want to try to get those.
Oh, okay. So let me bring this down one more. There we go. Enhancement prisms. All right. Bang. Okay, so the ghost and the mods that come with the ghost are more kind of generalized to what you're going to get from the game. So these are like your pick-me-ups. This will determine what you're... So if you're like trying to get something specific, this is what you need to mess with.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if you're trying to get more glimmer or more enhancement cores, more enhancement prisms, you go to this screen and you look at that.
Wait. Sorry.
You go to the ghost, I mean. You go to the
Oh,
ghost.
okay. Go to the ghost.
And you can change the mods around so you can get more of one thing or another.
Gotcha. Okay. Chance to drop additional... Oh, wow. So you can get even additional legendary gear. Now, all of these mods, these are the same for every ghost that I get.
Exactly.
Okay.
But you have to level up your ghost with the energy, which your current ghost is all the way maxed out. So you won't have to worry about that.
Well, damn. All right.
Okay, and I'm just realizing there's one more thing, which is champions, but we're going to skip over that because we're not going to worry about champions right now. Whenever we do raids, you'll have to look at that, but for right now, that's just a step too far. We won't worry about it. So let's look at the UI. Let's finish the UI before we go to the tower and go through each individual vendor. So you have the character screen, which we've been looking at constantly.
Okay, well, and I just found I have a title, Disappointment. So, perfect. We'll put that on. That's a great title. I didn't do it. Okay, where am I looking now?
So we have the character screen. We just look. This is your weapons, armors, and
Okay.
stuff. And we can go over to Journey, which you were just at. Perfect. So this is where you can see your Vanguard rank. So you or your Guardian rank. You had asked, what should I do in Destiny? I would recommend, if you're learning Destiny for the first time, work on increasing your Vanguard rank, because typically it's not the best system, but it does allow you to kind of see, like, in an advanced meta system, it will walk you through different activities.
So wait, where do I see the Vanguard rank specifically? I see my Guardian rank. I see...
If you do view rank progress, right now it says Guardian rank 5, Adventurer, and then it says view rank progress. If you click on that, you can see the different things that you have to do to go to the next rank.
Oh, okay. So this is what I'm Guardian rank. That's what I should focus on increasing.
You do need the newest expansion, so you probably won't be able to do it, but you're up to rank 5, which is where I think the best spot you should be at, which is rank 5. But if you did get the newest expansion and the season pass, I would recommend you also work on this. But since you're already at rank 5, I thought you might have been lower ranked, but you're up to rank 5 already.
I am blindly trudging my way through, completely lost. Just by total coincidence achieving things.
So that's a system they implemented to make it easier for people to understand what to do, but as you can see, it's already not the easiest thing to do. Then if you back out of that, we can see the other things here. We have commendations, which after each activity, you can commend your other guardian and say, "Hey, you did a great job," and you can give them a little card. It's just a nice system that kind of gives people stuff. So I would recommend that you do that
Okay.
with guardians after it. If you click it, click A on it, you can see all the ones that you've received already.
Oh, so sweet. Joybringer. Wow. Best dressed. I don't know who's giving these to me. Perceptive. Perceptive. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, yeah,
Good.
cool.
So it's just a little fun thing. You don't have to do anything like that. So let's go back and then we can see titles. So titles are something that you can do to get mastery of a thing that came out, quote unquote. It used to be a lot harder to get titles, but now they're more of like checklist items. So you can, once you finish it, you can say, "Hey, I finished that activity. I did everything that was possible to do in it," typically.
Mhm.
And with it, once you finish a title, you can have a title underneath your name. So if you hover over the first one, it says Slayer Baron. At the very bottom, it says reward, player title, Slayer Baron.
Where is it? Is this the first? Oh, wait, hold on. I'm in the wrong thing. Okay, Slayer
Oh.
Baron. All right. First one. Oh, okay. So these are the challenges that you have to complete.
Yeah. So if you,
Gotcha.
but each one of them has their own name. So if you just care about the name, so they're, for example, Lightfall, if you get that one, you become Virtual Fighter, and you can have that underneath your name.
Okay, so to get these titles, you have to complete all of the triumphs
Objective.
within each one of them?
Exactly.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay,
There-
I see it.
There are some that are like the year end ones that are like they come out with a yearly one that says if you finish everything in this year, you can get the title. Those you don't have to complete all of them, but that's specific to each title. And then we can go to triumphs, which I would recommend whenever you get it, you accept when you go to the page, you can accept all your triumphs. Because sometimes you get increased XP if you accept your triumphs, or you can get you can not increase. You can get items. So that's whenever we did the Deepstone Crypt. That's how you got your Ghost and your Sparrow. So I would
Gotcha.
recommend that
Okay.
if you see the plus icon, probably go ahead and
Hit
click
A on
on it.
these? Okay.
You have quite a bit.
Yeah.
throughout all of
Holy
yours.
shit. Whoa, this is a whole page of them. Wait, what? Wait, where did that go? Is this progression? Oh, I
Yes,
tracked it.
so-
Okay.
So some of them you will complete part of the triumph, and then you'll unlock the next stage. So maybe it's like kill 5 targets, and then the next stage is kill 10 targets, and then it's kill 100 targets. And then if you want to focus on a specific one, you can click any triumph at all, and it will track them.
This is absurd. This is an absurd number of... I got a cipher. I don't know what that is. Dude, there's so many.
Yeah, there's the other day I had saw that and I was like, oh my god, that's so many, because you had to like page through it. I was like, have you ever accepted a single one?
I assume that when I complete a triumph, everybody just recognized that. I didn't know I have to go claim the reward.
So yeah, it's nice to do the triumphs. Technically, you don't have to do them, but I would recommend that if you're, if you wanna look at specific stats or something, or typically I go for titles, I don't go for triumphs because I care about changing the name. So right now I have Flamekeeper, is my name, but I think
Okay, that's
I
badass.
prefer Star Baker, because that's the Christmas event where you bake cookies. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that you could probably accept throughout your entire thing. And then there's one more tab, so I'll wait till you kind of get through your clicking, or you can
I've
do it later.
I've clicked away. I have much more to click. All right, where am I going? Season?
Yeah, so season. I'm trying to think of how much of the season stuff you can do, because I'm assuming you don't have the season pass.
No, I don't. I don't yet.
Yeah. So I think you still are able to do triumphs. Is that correct? Do you see anything you can do there?
Where if I click wait,
So
should I...
if you click on like week 1, for example.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Complete part 1 of Act 1 Elixni Rescue.
Yeah, so you
Because
won't
I
be
can
able to do
track
that.
it, but yeah.
So that is specific to the season, but like the bottom ones, the roundup.
defeat
and,
guardians with arc damage in the Crucible. Is there a way to tell if I can? They all look a little grayed out, but I don't know if that's how they're
Yeah.
supposed to look.
Wait, so if you look at the symbol, so if it has the seasonal symbol, which is kind of like two, like it's like a top of a staff, where it has like the sharp points on either side. And
Okay.
the nail in the middle, that is the seasonal symbol. If it doesn't have that, then you could probably do it. So Path to Victory, you could do that. And then there's one at the bottom called
Arcane Sparks. Okay,
yeah.
gotcha.
And then if you look at each week, you get other objectives you can do. And what this stuff does is it gives you bonus XP. So it gives you a lot of XP, actually. And it also gives you Bright Dust. Some of them do. And Bright Dust is what you can use in the store to buy stuff for free.
Yes,
For free.
okay. That is how I bought my my pony here. My
Exactly.
yeah.
So this is seasonal challenge. So if you're ever kind of do what I do is whenever I'm doing like objectives, for example, maybe like, oh, I'm doing strikes because I need to do strikes. Let me see if there's something else that I can be doing to get, bonus progression.
Gotcha. Okay. So you kind of check these as you're doing things, but you don't go after them directly.
Towards the end of the season I will, but not at the start. And then we can go over to collections. So collections.
All right, a
is
lot
the
of
next
a lot of
tab.
plus signs, a lot of little glossy stuff going on.
Yeah. If you hover over one of them for the collections tab, you can actually check them all off at once. If you hover over it, it should say like hold a button and it will mark them all as red. I think
Vigilance.
for
Oh.
it's hold X.
Wait, it's allowing me to reacquire guns?
Yes. Okay. So this is what we talked about on stream forever ago. You can reacquire weapons that you've gotten in the past. So I see that you just. I think what you did is you got these exotics, and instead of putting them in your vault, you just deleted them.
Okay, so now I'm feeling. Wait, should I have kept these? Are these good? Okay,
Yeah,
I
let's go
had
ahead.
Vigilance Wayne. I had that, and that's what I used I want to say I used like when the game first came out, and then when I signed back on, I was like, oh, my inventory's full. I can't put this shit anywhere. I'll just delete this. I guess it'll give me some good stuff, and got whatever I had.
Yeah, so we can reacquire them. So they're exotics. So for exotic weapons, they have set rolls. So every exotic, if I get a vigilance wing, it's the exact same thing as yours.
Okay.
Now for legendary weapons, they're random rolls, so they won't be the same, or they have a chance to not be the same. So you can go ahead and reacquire it, and then if your inventory gets full, throw some stuff in the vault, so you don't have to pay for it every single time to get it out.
Gotcha. Okay. Are any of these worth reacquire? But you can only have one exotic piece of armor, right? Or one exotic weapon equipped at a time?
Yeah, you can have one exotic
Gotcha.
weapon and one exotic armor.
So is it fine to just leave them here, and then if you ever want it, come back to it?
Yeah, for right now, I think that might be okay. I do want to see what exotics you do have. So go over to weapons, kinetic, and just kind of look at it.
It's kinetic. Okay, I got Vigilance Wayne. I got Monte Carlo.
And then go to the next page.
Quicksilver Storm.
Okay. Do you have 3 pages or just 2?
Just 2.
Okay. And then go to the energy and do the same.
Yeah, I got Sunshot, Merciless, Graviton Lance, Risk Runner, great name, And that's it.
Okay, I would definitely get Sunshot. Definitely.
Sunshot. Okay.
I would also get Graviton Lance.
Oh wait. Interesting. Oh, not enough space. Okay. Hold
Yeah, so now we can go back to our character page. And if you are in your character page, you can press W, or you're not on keyboard or mouse, up on the D-pad. And it will enter your vault, which right now I think you still had one weapon. And then you can hit your character page again, or your I think it's the start button. And then you can click on a weapon inside your inventory and it will put it in your vault.
Oh, okay. So you have to come into the vault, then you have to do something to go back to the toggle sorting companion app.
So
vault mode. All right, gotcha.
Yes, and now it says vault mode. So then now when you click it, it will, instead of equipping it, it will put it in your vault.
All right, nice. I'm vaulting. I'm going vault crazy.
Yeah. So if you want to, you can just throw all that stuff in the vault. Because remember, you're not getting rid of it, and you have 700 slots in your vault.
Only 700. I'm sure though people are running out, right? Like.
Yeah, people constantly complain about vault space. Constantly.
Now, is there any like realistic argument to be made that you need 700 pieces of armor? Like, there's enough reason to like. Do you have enough loadouts that like 700 can't fulfill your loadout needs, or it's just because people don't want to let stuff go? Is it a hoarder situation?
It depends on who you ask. Some people will say that people just need to clean out their vaults. Other people say that, I would like to have a different type of each weapon and then a special type of armor and special, like I want one raid set for each raid, and I also want one for each dungeon. And I also like, some people are like that, but it's a constant battle, I would say. They've made things easier. So there's crafting in the game where you can get multiple quote unquote rolls of a weapon. And then there's the cosmetic, which kind of help with that. And you used to have to worry about specific damage type for each armor piece. So I'd have to like have a solar armor piece, a void armor piece, and a stasis armor piece. Like I would have to have individual things, but they simplified that, which was very nice.
Now, should I bring this? So I have the Sunshot. Should I bring that up to the 1950 that I have with my sniper rifle, just so it's like higher light level, or just wait?
I would wait because maybe you want to try out that sniper. Maybe you like that sniper. Because remember, as soon as you infuse, it gets rid of that other weapon.
Gotcha.
At your stage, I would just only infuse blue weapon and armor because with blues you can't infuse them. So I would always just infuse blues.
Oh my god. So everyone's vault's a mess is what I'm seeing in chat. Have every raid, dungeon, armor, and weapon set in my vault at all times, as many seasonal items as I can muster.
Yep, that's all right.
Okay.
I'm more Spartan about it. I try to keep my stuff clean, but I still have quite a bit, as you saw.
Okay, so this is like everything you've ever done in Destiny, basically. Is this tab? Gotcha.
So in the exotics, I think you said you had Graviton Lance. I would also get that because Graviton Lance is very good.
Okay.
It's a good pulse rifle, and then Risk Runner is a very good submachine gun. I would also get that out too.
All right, we're snagging them. Here they are.
And then, do you have anything on the second page or no?
Hold on. No, we're not energy. We're in kinetic. Let me see. I don't think I did. Yeah, no.
Okay, and then in power, do you have anything in power?
Oh, I do. I have the Wardcliffe coil and the tractor cannon.
I would get both of those.
Ooh, look at all this. Look at all these nice little things I had hiding in here.
Maybe just do tractor. Wardcliffe is specific to certain encounters, but tractor.
I also have Dragon's Breath.
Dragon's Breath.
Looks like a B-2 bomber.
Yep. Dragon's Breath is a really good rocket launcher. I would get that out too. So whenever we talk about I was gonna get to other stuff today, but with how with me now realizing the level like we're at, I don't think we're gonna get to like talking about DPS phases and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Slowly but surely. That's okay. We have time. We have time before the next raid if you're available. We can have other sessions.
I'm definitely down to do another session because it seems like we're not gonna get through everything today.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, in the exotics, you saw that there's weapons. Then you can look at your armor too. What hunter exotics do you have? I saw that you had graviton.
Wait, I should go to. You're talking about armor, and I go to what?
So no, go to exotics and then go to.
Oh, okay.
I just want to see the exotics.
Graviton Forfeit, Foe Tracer, Wormhusk, Yun, Ahamkara's Spine. Great names. Shinobu's Vow. Raiden Flux, Lucky Pants, Orpheus Rig, Dragon Shadow.
Okay, I would get Orpheus Rig, Lucky Pants, Raiden Flux.
Ooh, Lucky Plants. Lucky Plants? Pants. And you said Raiden Flux. Is this sleeveless? They have, like, tank tops in here?
So it's just the chest plate, so.
Gotcha. So they're all sleeveless. That's the level we're on. All right. So wait, which one should I go with? Should I go with, because I can only equip one, right?
Yeah, so for the build you have currently, probably do your Lucky Pants since you have a hand cannon. And I don't think that the other two, the helmets are going to be that great. So Raiden Flux is good for your arc abilities, and then Orpheus Rig is good for your void, and then Lucky Pants is good whenever you have hand cannons. So you had asked, is there a good thing to do about, is there something good for weapons for specific characters? So Lucky Pants is only for hunters. Only hunters can have it. And if you read the ability, it says that,
where'd I go here? Illegally modded holster hand cannons ready faster and gain accuracy and increased accuracy and bonus damage. All right, sick. All right, that's nice.
And since you're using Sunshot now, which is a hand cannon, as you use it, you get bonus damage. So, but only hunters can do this. Now, Titans have something that does with submachine guns, and I think Warlocks has something else, but I can't remember. So it's all dependent on which class you have. So each class has their own exotics for the armor.
Okay.
Now, if you look at the stats, because you just got it from collections, the stats are really bad. So you want to try to get one that has better stats. But for right now, I think the ability is better than the stats. Like the ability of like the exotic matters more than the stats of the exotic. At the stage you're at.
Gotcha. And so, like, when you go into like a dungeon or a raid, like you're carrying other exotics that you don't have equipped currently, so that when you get to an encounter, you might be able to utilize something that's more beneficial for that instance.
Exactly. And then that's where loadouts come in. So if you actually hit left on the D-pad, you can see the loadouts, and all of them say plus. What I do is I preset, like I make a class, like what you have right now, and then I'll click on one of them and I'll save it. So then in the future, all I have to do is click on it, and it re-equips the super I want, the weapons I want, the armor I want.
But if you're like in game, like if you're in an actual dungeon or something, you want to switch, you have to have all of the pieces of that loadout inside your inventory. Like they can't be in your vault, right?
No, it can be.
Okay. So you can access your vault stuff even when you're in the game.
Exactly. It used to not be like that, but they've changed it.
Okay.
So it's very nice. But if it's on another character, so let's say, for example, your Sunshot was on your Warlock, it would not be able to grab it. And that's where Dim comes in, because in Dim, you can just move it over.
Gotcha. Okay, hold on one sec. I do see Michael in here talking about, I don't know what Sebastian was saying, but he was talking about the compilers, and I do just want to say real quick, if you guys have not seen the video that I just released on the channel, Michael wrote the script, edited the video. You know, I'm really just a pretty face, I think, behind this one. And he took my idea about the new marathon art, and it was a mishmash of gobbledygook and like a document that had just a bunch of links to videos that I thought reminded me of it. And Michael totally helped me out and made an awesome Boehner video for the channel. So if you haven't seen that, please check that out and thank Michael, the great Michael Veselovsky. Sorry. I just had to. I saw talk about it. I had to say. My hero.
I watched it right before the stream, and I really liked it.
It's crazy, right? It's so good. I just feel like he's incredible art talent, amazing designer, excellent dude. I can't say enough good things.
Yeah.
All right.
So if we want to, let's go back to collections, and then I just want to see what. I'm assuming that's all the exotics you had. I just want to double check because
yes, for the armor.
I'm missing something if I'm missing something that's very good and I'm leaving it out, I'll feel very bad. So I want to make sure that we got all the good exotics out.
Yeah, I don't have anything on the third page, so it's just that. I think I'm wearing Lucky Pants, and then Graviton Forfeit, Foe Tracer, Worm Husk. Yeah, sweet.
Okay. So now we can go. This is something I want to see. If you click on weapons, and they changed it to where a while back in Beyond Light, they did something called Sunset, which they removed content from the game. So the initial campaign you did when you first started playing was removed from the game, and they removed some other things from the game. Well, when they did that, they also sunset the weapons to where weapons could not be infused anymore. Whenever Final Shape came out, they undid that. So there might be some weapons that you earned when you first played the game, when the game had static rolls. So whenever we're talking about rolls, they didn't have any option. It was like when you got the gun, it was the same thing for every single time. That you can actually pull out of collections. Because some of the stuff you hover over, it says cannot require randomized gear. You might actually have some stuff that's not randomized.
Yeah. Okay. Precision frame, moving target, Lionheart. Okay. Yeah. So these the ones that they got the Bungie number in here. You buy them for 777 Glimmer.
Mm-hmm. And you see your whites, your greens, your blues. You might actually have some purples that are like that, and we care about the purples. So if you don't have any purples that are not randomized, they would be on the very first page.
Positive Outlook, Coronac 2022. Oh wait, cannot reacquire randomized gear. I see, it does say that. Ooh, okay.
So if you go to that very first part of the auto rifles, if you look at the symbol at the top of the top left of the icon, each icon is different. That tells you what season and what state it has. It will have if it's a little 2 brackets, that's the first year. That's the Red War campaign. Now
the two they're like brackets, but they're facing down. Yeah.
Yeah, they're facing.
Oh, okay. So I like Perseverance, Solemn Hymn. Okay, so I can get these. Oh.
Now, if I think someone pointed out, old weapons do have less perks. They only have, I think, one perk. But in your case, you have very few weapons. So I feel like having another weapon might be a little bit nice. But you get a lot of loot in the game. But I didn't know if you had a strong attachment to any of these weapons. But looking now at your vault, maybe you don't have that strong of attachment to.
I'm like a goldfish, man. I don't remember.
Because there's some people that they're like, oh, I play Destiny and I used Origin Story. Yeah, that's all I used, or something like that.
Does not compute. That's a great name for a rifle.
So that's the weapons, and then whenever you're on your character screen, if you don't, let's say you don't care about the flashing, what you can do is you can just hover over the weapon thing and just, I think, hold X, and it will mark them all as red. So you don't have to hover over every single weapon.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't pain me. I guess I'm so used to it, I didn't even realize that was an option not to. I've grown fond. Yes, this is the. I've been captive for so long.
Mhm.
They're my friends now.
So that's the weapons, that's the armor. There's a resource one, which the resource was something new they implemented, which tells you how to acquire each resource. For general, seasonal tokens, armor synthesis, world, events, miscellaneous, like everything you can imagine. They supposedly it tells you how to acquire them. Or what's a way to acquire them. So if you ever are playing and you just like, hey, I need a lot more armor synthesis or something, you could go into here and you can, or enhancement cores. You can look and see what how to get enhancement cores.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's in the resource and collections.
Resource
And then
and collection. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's useful.
Yeah, it's very useful if you're just learning the game. Then there's equipment, which talks about it's like ships, sparrows, ghost, seasonal artifacts, and then there's also mods. But so if you wanted to look at all the mods, technically you could look at it there. Or if you, let's say you had a ship, but your ship's filled up and you want to reacquire it, you can reacquire it from the ship tab for vehicles.
Jeez. It's funny because like there's menus inside of menus and they just keep getting bigger as you go down.
Yeah. It's a little unwieldy, I would say, to an extent. They need to kind of make it more simpler, but this is what we have.
All right. Okay. Well, good. I definitely feel much more confident knowing where I need to go to understand things. And I think I have everything equipped, at least, at this point.
Yeah. There's one thing that I think would be interesting to look at. So if we click on exotics, and under kinetic, like you start at weapons, so collections, exotics, and then kinetic weapons, you can actually see Mida Mini Tool. I thought you might want to look at that.
Okay, yes. And I have read about this. I think I've read the lore page on this where you get the... you get like the readout between, oh look, okay, we can hit left bumper here. Yeah, right? Because it's them talking about how it came from like a different universe almost. Is that what it is?
So I thought maybe you would want to see that. So there's that. There's also something called the Mida Mini Tool, which is a submachine gun. So it's not an exotic, it's a weapon. So if you go to weapons and then go down to submachine guns, and then I think it's on the second page. You can look at the Mida Mini Tool and look at the lore for that as well.
Ooh, okay. Oh wait, and I can get this. I can like just. Oh, I can make these. Wait, does that mean I had it at some point, or does that?
That means you, if it's not grayed out, that means you had it at some point.
Oh, okay. Wait, no, I can't get it. It just tells me how much glitter,
Okay.
glimmer, and enhancement cores it would take. Okay, gotcha.
But you can inspect it and then read the lore about it. So even if you don't have it, you can still read about it.
Gotcha. Okay, that's cool. So everybody has access to seeing all the lore. You're not like phased out of it because you don't have the item or anything.
It used to not be like that, but yeah, now you can look at it. And then there's one more thing about the lore, since you care about the lore of Marathon. If you care about the lore of Destiny, then you can, underneath collections, there's just a lore tab, and inside it there's a whole bunch of different books that talk about lore, and you can read about. There's a whole bunch of them. There's a whole bunch of reading if you would like to do that.
Okay, that's under the lore section.
Yeah, so it's underneath with records down there. You see the plus icon.
Damn.
But there's a lot of pages of lore that you can look at.
And you can just read these pages, like you don't have to unlock these.
So you would have to unlock some of them. So whenever we did the raid, you collected a few things. So I think if you go over to Dusk and Dawn, I think that's what it's called, and then go down a page, I think the raid book is down there, and you can look at what you just acquired. because
Oh, okay, wait. Tales of the Forgotten? Morality.
I can't remember which one it is.
Gotcha. Okay, but some of these you're saying they're tied to. And that it doesn't tell you what you need to do to unlock them, but you just have to like look that up if you want a certain thing. Gotcha. Damn. See, this is good to know because I imagine that some of these systems or ideas might appear again in Marathon, and so having an idea that this might be how they present this kind of stuff is definitely helpful. In case I'm completely lost in the sauce there too.
Exactly. I feel like getting a good grasp of how they did, because there's no way that Bungie is going to just ignore everything they did in Destiny and say, let's just do Marathon, just look at the old game and just upgrade it. And because they're going to carry stuff over that they worked on Destiny into the new game, because there's no way they're just going to throw all that knowledge and stuff they've built over all this time.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, they'll definitely build on a lot of these concepts. I guarantee it. Dude. All right.
And now there's one last tab, which is the inventory tab. So if we go over to the inventory, which is the other direction, so it's right bumper from the
Okay.
This is all your resources. So this is stuff that consumables and things you use to spend. You can see your glimmer total at the top. You can see your bright dust at the top, and then inside you can see all your different resources you have. So your enhancement cores, all that good stuff. And if you go down a page, this is where you can get some things. You used to have to get certain things for it, like transmat effects and stuff like that, but you don't have to do that anymore.
Oh, where I hit unlock? Is that what it is? X to unlock. These are like modifications. Is this what I'm looking at?
Yeah.
Okay. Should I just get all of these? There's no like.
Yeah, you can unlock and you don't have to have anything there. So you can just unlock all of them and
transmat effects. Look at all this. What I got here?
So the transmat effects used to be something you have to get from collections, but now you can just select which one you want.
I'm hitting dismantle. Hold on. I'm hitting a different button. All right. Sorting by rarity.
And now if we go out of that page and we hit the other button, which pulls up your map and your quest tab and stuff, we can look at the map and the quest and the season pass and the store.
Gotcha. Okay. And I think I'm a little bit more like I understand the map. I was able to navigate the quest to finish like the last DLC's camp story. I get like that general idea, maybe. Close.
There is something in the store that you can get for Glimmer that I did. It's just a whole bunch of shaders. I don't know if you've gotten already. So if you go to the store tab and then go down to archive, so it's the fourth one down. It's the little box looking.
Oh, okay.
And then if you just page over, there's going to be a thing called Year One Shader Bundle.
Year One Shader Bundle. Archive all items. One page over. Oh, Year One Shader Bundle. Oh, okay.
And it should cost Glimmer.
Gotcha.
And then I would just get it because it's Glimmer. It's a free resource, and now you have a whole bunch of more shaders, so you can have more fashion.
Perfect. Again, that's the end game. There we go. I'm on my way. Hold on, boys. We're gonna look good.
So now, if you want to make your character look a little bit better, you have more shaders to play with.
Nice. It's all about looking cool.
And then I think to unlock it, you need to go to your inventory tab.
Oh, okay, and hit wrapped items.
Yep, and then unwrap it.
Damn. All right. Holy shit.
Okay, that was a lot of information dump. That was so much. I knew that was a lot. Any questions you have for me? Anything I talked about? I know I talked about a lot, like a variety of things. So
I'll see you later, Boundless. No, I feel aware. I feel much more aware.
Okay, that's good that
I'm
you're
feeling
aware
I'm
of that.
feeling good. I'm feeling much more understanding. I also think I have a better idea of like what I'm gonna have to do when I get these pieces of armor. Because basically I've just been hitting the A button on them.
Yeah, it's a little bit more in depth than that now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what I recommend is you, as you play now, play with new weapons, play with the super abilities and stuff, and just see what you like. You know, if you like us, like let's say you love hand cannons, then then we can go for like a better hand cannon for you, and then you know you can play with hand cannons. Or let's say you really like scout rifles, then maybe we play with scout rifles. I think you just play around with other weapons, see what you like, see what you don't like. But let's go to the tower. Let's actually go somewhere instead of sitting in orbit.
Yeah. Let's do it. Oh, you're the leader, I think, yeah?
Oh, I think you promoted me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh
we'll
shit.
do a quick walkthrough of the tower, and maybe buy some supers from Ikora,
Hell yeah.
and then I don't know how much time you have for today, so I don't know what else we're gonna do. But I think a good a tower tour would
Yeah.
be a good thing to kind of cap off today.
Yeah, I could do like another 20 minutes, 25 minutes or something. Yeah, like another 25 minutes.
Okay, so we'll do a quick tower tour, and then I think we'll stop for today. But I know I just like info dumped a whole bunch of stuff on you, but there's just a lot of systems in Destiny that, as you've probably experienced, they don't tell you a lot about.
Yeah.
And they kind of expect you to just pick up on it.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking at some point along the way, I probably should have read something that I didn't read, is my guess. You find purple armor, the base stat you should look for would be like 65 plus. Okay.
Yeah. But for right now, you have very low stats, so I would say anything above 60 is going to be, you should probably hold on to, because right now you're
Okay.
in the 50s. So 65 plus is what you should really shoot for. But if you don't have anything above 50, you know, like anything like above 60, I think hold on to the 60.
Road to PhD in D2. Yep, pushing the glasses up. It's happening. Destiny 2 grad school. I'm like in Destiny 2 primary school. So wait, so if I get on tomorrow, right? I'm okay, I got my ideas swirling. Know what I'm supposed to be doing. What's the playlist I jump into? You said Vanguard Ops, is that what you said? Is that what I should be playing?
I would recommend that you, if you go to Vanguard and you click on Vanguard in the Destinations tab, you should go after. I would recommend you play Onslaught. Onslaught is a kind of like a firefight game mode, but it has a lot of really, really good weapons that they released. So if you get weapons from there, they're gonna be really good.
Okay. Wait,
Now
what's it called again? Say it one more time.
Onslaught. So
Onslaught.
you can actually look at it now. So if you go to your,
Oh,
like
wrong
when
button.
you pull up the destinations and then click Vanguard, there's a 10 round mode and then there's a 50. I would say just recommend you do the 10.
Onslaught playlist defensive. Onslaught PvE playlist. Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah,
Wait, which one?
So-
The one on the right or the
one-
one on the left?
the one on the left. So the left says Onslaught of 10 combat waves. The right is 50.
Oh, okay, I see it. Gotcha.
So yeah, I would recommend do that because it will drop really good weapons that is like really good right now.
And how long
And
do
then
those
you-
matches run? What is the time frame?
Like 10 minutes. It wouldn't take
Oh, that's
that
not
long.
bad,
to
okay.
get into the- If you look, so here you can go to Commander Zavala, and if you actually look at the attunement at the bottom, it shows you what weapons he has. That these weapons are actually in Onslaught, so whenever you play Onslaught, these are the weapons you could get.
So if it's saying
all the-
A to acquire, like what is that about? A tune to.
Yeah,
is
so what
this?
this attunement system is, it allows you to get a higher drop chance for that specific weapon.
Oh, okay.
So let's say you really wanted Midnight Coup, which is a hand cannon that's all the way to the right, but back one. It's called Midnight Coup. I love that hand cannon. Or let's say you want to go for Hammerhead, which is the machine gun that's bottom. You can click it in a tune. So now, whenever you get a drop from playing the Onslaught playlist, you will have a 50% chance that it will be whatever you attune to.
Make good use of it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now, it's not guaranteed, but it's a much higher drop chance. So I would actually recommend you go for Hammerhead, because Hammerhead's a good machine gun, and whenever you're doing a lot of the stuff like Onslaught, you're doing a lot of ad clear, which is just clearing the base enemies. So you would want to get a really good machine gun first.
Gotcha. Kawaii Girl said, you started the stream in kindergarten. Now you're in elementary school. What can I say? Picking my nose a little bit less. Eating all the lunch food. So wait. Random saying 40 minutes. Okay, for 50. Do you get better loot with the 50 rounds?
So,
or is it
with
just more loot?
Every 10 waves, you get another chest, and if you do a full 50, you'll get 2 chests. So you get even more loot from doing 50. So it's worth it to do it, but at the same time, whenever you do the 50, you can fail the activity, and if you fail the activity, then you like your whole playlist leaves.
So in the 10 round one, how many players, like if I have people join me, how many people can go in that?
It'd be 3 people.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, where to next?
Okay, so this is Shaxx. This is all Crucible. I don't know if you're a Crucible guy, but I know Marathon will have
PvP.
PvP. So if you do play the Crucible, this is where you go for him. We could ignore him for now.
Okay.
Over here we have, this is a vault. Then we have vault over here. We also have this thing called the Exotic Archive, and I just saw you get an exotic cipher. So let's actually look at this.
Holy shit! This is.
So what this lets you do is it lets you acquire exotics that left the game. So if you notice what I said that they had sunset stuff, so they had quests to get these weapons, but now you can't get them anymore because they're not in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But to get them, you can go through this exotic kiosk. So if you click on for example, you can get it with an exotic cipher and glimmer.
Oh look, I can get the Mida multi-tool. Oh,
you can get the Mida multi-tool.
All right, I'm gonna grab that.
Okay, I figured that's probably the one you would grab, since it makes sense. You do have 5 exotic ciphers, and you have a lot of glimmer. But let's not. We won't blow all of it, but we'll get one more exotic while we're here.
Where am I going?
I'm trying to think. Do you know what kind of weapons you like to play with? Like snipers?
I've mostly used like the whatever, like the assault rifle ones. I think that's what I've used the most, like automatic, like I think though I used that when I played initially. I remember I used that that exotic that we looked at when I was going through them, the one that has the golden wings on it.
Mm-hmm. That's a pulse rifle.
Oh, okay, 3-round burst. Yeah.
Do you think you would like the pulse rifles?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's actually get you Bad Juju. So if you go to Forsaken, so that's the second one.
Forsaken.
And then Bad Juju is, I think, the last one you can acquire in Forsaken. It is a pulse rifle. As you get
requires
kills,
Forsaken pack. I need Spoils of Conquest. Also,
what
is Spoils of Conquest?
Okay, Spoils of Conquest you get from raids. So as you do raids,
you
get...
okay. 50. I need 240.
Oh, you don't have Forsaken yet. Okay. I see. Okay, let's look at Shadowkeep then. Do you have Shadowkeep?
Which one's Shadow? Let me see here. There we go.
It's the third one.
Yes.
You do have Shadowkeep. Okay. Do you have Beyond Light? Oh, you do, because you played Deep Stone Crypt.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to think of all the things.
Dude, this Lorentz driver looks sick. 50 round mode you can lose, but nothing is taken away from you. Oh, so you get to keep your loot. Gotcha.
Yeah, you'll still keep your loot, but you know, if you're like, if you get to wave 49 and you die, you don't get the extra loot at the end of 50 because you died. Like, if everyone dies, I mean, and you wipe. So it's more, it takes longer. So if you just want to get in there and get out, I would recommend you do the 10 wave. But if you wanted more of a challenge, you know, you could go for the 50.
I see. Okay.
And just as someone said, you don't need spoils for bad juju, but you do need Forsaken. So if you don't have Forsaken, you can't get bad juju.
Gotcha.
Um, I'm trying to think of a good exotic for you to have. Do you want to ask the chat, and maybe the chat can decide for
All right,
for
guys.
you?
Let me see. Which exotic should I snag? Any of you guys got favorites? Favorites I need to be rocking? I got the Might of Mini tool. Multi-tool. Thank you. Wither Horde, one of the best ones you can buy here.
I fully recommend Wither Horde.
Wither Horde.
You need Forsaken.
Nomi's right with Wither Horde? Okay. Solo carry of
Yeah.
50, never tried though. Badass in here. Alright, where's Wither Horde?
So go to Shadow Keeps as the third one, and it is the third one from the end.
Ooh, a grenade launcher?
So what it does is you'll shoot it on the ground, and there will be this black void pit on the ground, and any enemies that are inside of that will take damage. And if you hit an enemy with it, then that enemy will take damage, and if they die, that pit will drop on the ground.
Okay,
So
wait,
it's
but
very-
these don't go directly to my inventory. They go to... Oh, no, this one did.
Yeah, they should. If your inventory is full, though, it would go to your postmaster.
It's not full, but... Oh. Already purchased on account. Wither Horde.
Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't see it.
So you have mini and mini tool and that now. You have other ones you can get, but I don't want to blow all your glimmer on this. But if you want to, whenever you get a lot of glimmer, you can come here and buy a new exotic if you have a cipher.
Okay.
Okay. So that's those two over there. This over here's the postmaster. Remember how I talked about if you lose loot, come to him, pick up that loot. So every time I come to the tower, I always go straight to the postmaster, pick up my stuff I dropped, and then I'll do whatever else I need to do.
Okay, nice.
So now that you've got the other person I visit a lot is the Cryptarch. People hate him because what he does, he decrypts your engrams, so he has full
Hate him.
range on what you actually get. So go ahead and it doesn't cost anything to to decrypt them. So if you have anything to decrypt, go ahead and decrypt it.
Ooh, okay. I did one.
But some other things he has materials is exchange. So if you look at the material exchange, you can exchange certain materials for others. So you can get stuff for glimmer. You can also get prisms and cores and shards and alloy. Typically you could do that, but I would recommend you don't worry about that.
Oh, okay. Got. So if I'm really in a pinch and it's like, all right, I just want the prism so I can, equip this thing. I can spin
Yeah.
my cores to build it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
And then-
nice.
You might actually have some stuff. If you look at it, go to the second page. All the stuff on the second page is actually stuff that's no longer in the game, where you can't get them anymore.
Is this?
So, all the stuff you can change into glimmer if you want to. So, if you go into the Cryptarch, go to Material Exchange, and go to the second page.
Oh, okay. The second page of material exchange. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
So all that stuff should be
Dusklight shard and microphasic data lattice.
yeah. So they're no longer, you can't acquire them in the game and they're not useful. So the only thing you can do is get glimmer. So you can right now just spam that and get a whole bunch of glimmer really fast, because none of that stuff's needed anymore, or at least for whatever you have left.
Nice. And what about things like phantasmal fragments? Do I need those, or should I turn those into glimmer?
Phantasmal fragments and stuff, if you want to do those campaigns, you'll probably need them, so I wouldn't
Okay.
do those. It's just the older ones on the second page, because now you can notice there's no more second page, because those items were no longer available. I did
Gotcha.
see that if you go to the crypt art and you go to the second page, there's actually a free
Let's
item
see
he
what we've
has for
got
you,
each other.
and it was that ghost shell.
Ooh, okay. Oh, and these ones cost glimmer. Okay. And should I worry about my ghost shell too much, or is like the one I have pretty fine to like get me where I'm
totally
going?
fine.
Okay.
Um,
Is that just like a
but
visual thing mostly?
it's just a visual thing. But the additional rewards that you had used to be if you pre-ordered stuff, you get it at the crypt art.
Oh, yeah,
But
Michael was telling me
now,
about the free ghosts. Thank you.
and now you can go down here and go to this machine. This is now where the rewards go. So if you have anything in this machine, it's free, so you can pick it up.
Okay. Nice. I had to
Okay.
upgrade modules, but I'm full, so I guess I'll just leave them there.
This is the gunsmith. This is where right now he's selling free god rolls. Some people were talking about this. So because of Waitgate that we talked about earlier, there's free weapons you can get. So if you go to his second page, there's not the first line, but the second line of weapons. You can acquire all of those, and they're all really good weapons. So I would just acquire every one that you can get.
Wait, you're talking
And
about the second page or the third page?
the
Oh, the third page. Okay, the ones that are free?
yeah, the ones that are free.
Oh. And they're just
Oh, I
giving
see.
these to everybody?
Yeah, they're just giving them to everyone
Sick.
because Waitgate wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, I see that you have. Sorry, I'm looking at the stream now because it's a little delayed.
Yeah.
So those weapons, acquire all the ones you can, and
You
then
get
if you
some-
go back to the second page, there was something else you can acquire, which I think is you can actually acquire Mida Multi, which
Where
is
is it? On the second page?
Yeah.
Funnel Web, Hand in Hand, Bria's Law, Disparity, Regnant. Oh, Mida Mini
Miscellaneous.
Tool. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I guess it gave it to you because you got the multi tool, and so you can pick that up.
Oh. Oh, shit. Okay, nice.
And whenever you have Mida Multi and Mida Mini at the same time, you actually run even faster.
Oh, okay, that's pretty sick.
As if you inspect it, they have a perk called Mida Synergy. So I think it's in the multi, which is the submachine gun. It says Mida Synergy.
Mida Radar, Mida Synergy. Oh, nice. Okay, all right. We'll leave those on. That fits.
So that's kind of this area in here. There's the tree, but we don't have to worry about.
Oh, you can craft exotics there too once you get him a little leveled up or something.
Yeah, you can craft exotics. That's in the weapon crafter. We can go there later, but he has certain quests and stuff that for you that you could actually do. So this is something else that is really nice, which is this guy back here. He's
And
called
random
Xur.
saying you can get extra XP from certain ghosts. Is that just tied to like the modification stuff that we were putting on them, or is that like
Yes.
some ghosts will be like they give you even more than other ones even have the potential to?
I think I think he's referring to just the mods. There used to be
Oh,
a
okay.
thing for certain, like in the Christmas event, if you have a certain ship, you get extra Christmas stuff. Now, I don't know if they still do that for the Ghost or the Sparrows and stuff, so I don't know. I would have to look again. But this is Xur. He only comes on the weekend, so he's here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and technically Monday as well. But from him, you use strange coins to get all of his stuff. So right now you have 31. There's a quest for Xenealogy. I would just pick that up.
Yeah, okay, I grabbed
Um,
that.
And then there's more strange offers. You can look at that. And there's armors and weapons, but they also have exotic armor and exotic weapons that he sells. And he also has exotic catalysts that you can get. So,
Oh,
say
okay,
you-
this is where you get the surfboard. Damn, okay, so I do need
Yeah.
strange coins.
Mhm.
All right,
So you get strange coins just by doing stuff in
must have
in
Sparrow.
Destiny.
All right, yeah, I gotta get it.
So as you just play Destiny, you can get strange coins just by playing, and then
Okay,
you can spend these coins here.
where'd you
but
go?
Actually,
Oh, you're still back here.
you have 31. You can actually get an exotic, I think. So go to
The
strange
nine
offers
show you
and then
these.
strange gear offers.
Range offers 31, 41, 41, 41. These ones all cost 41 though.
No, not the Go to the next. I guess for you, I think it's on your next page.
Next
It's the
page.
little armor icon with the swords.
Oh,
And
okay.
inspect that.
Okay. So you can buy materials. A strange gift. Ooh, that's only cost one. Should I get that?
Not right now. Let's go to the other one, and at the very top it should say strange gear offers, and then you see exotic
Ooh.
gear.
Okay, yeah.
You can actually get one of these, I think, because I think you have enough.
Should I get the
think you
Ingram
already-
or one of the weapons?
Actually, if you press Y on the engram, so anytime you get an engram, you can actually see what the possibility you can get, and it works
Oh,
on a
okay.
knockout system. So you can there's a possibility you will get those weapons that don't have blue check marks, or the armor that doesn't have blue check marks.
Gotcha. So you don't get you don't get the same ones you already got.
Exact. Until you get all of them. Once you get all of them, then it will start giving you dupes. So, Hawk Moons is a hand cannon. If do you want that, or do you want to try to risk it and try to get something even better?
Oh, we gotta risk it. We gotta risk it.
Okay.
Hold on, wait, no, I'm
Okay.
crazy in the news here. Hold on, where are we at?
So we'll
Ingram?
get the exotic. Yep, just get the Ingram. Let's see what you
All
get.
right, here we go. Roll the dice. Gotcha game style. Bang bang. Oh, do I have to wait? Do I have to decrypt it now, or
I think
take
you
it
gotta
somewhere?
go decrypt it now. Yep.
all right?
So
alright.
we'll go back. We'll do.
Is there one else you want to show me over here? Yeah, I was gonna say we can hit that
Yeah.
at the end.
That'll be the very last thing we do is we decrypt that engram. So this is Ikora. So this is how you get your powers.
Anything you
Oh,
So-
okay. This is who I was looking at earlier, and it said like, oh, if you wanted this, you have to go see them.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
So it actually has new light kits, and I wonder if you can actually accept one of these.
Should I hit? It says select. Yeah. Should I select the one for
Um,
Solar Hunter?
Since you have nothing, I assume that it should be okay to select. I assume Solar Hunter might be the best for you, but you already have Sunshot. Go ahead. Let's do it.
Should
let's
do,
do
I
it.
guess I do have the most. I have like nothing for Void or Arc. I
that is
only
true.
have
So if
stuff
you
for Solar.
So if you want to do Void or Arc, you'll get some extra stuff for them.
Which is better, Void or Arc? What do you think?
I prefer Void Hunter. I play that a lot,
Okay.
but it's up to your play style.
All right, we're
With-
rocking it. Whoa. Okay, a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah, we should have just got like some weapons, some armor, probably
New light
like-
kit.
abilities and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay.
So this is the build that I was talking about. It was it gives you some stuff. Oh, there's a quest she has as well, so you should probably grab that too.
Oh, okay, yeah. So now I have like other things unlocked for the aspects and the fragments and stuff. Okay.
And it's probably gonna walk you through
Yeah.
to tell you like, hey, look at this stuff. So if you would have come to her like yesterday, you would have been able to figure out all this stuff on your own,
come back?
right?
Hey, mash.
If you come to this little thing right here that I'm standing in front of, you might need to go to this to fully acquire your gear. It might say focus. If not, don't worry about it.
It doesn't say. I'm not getting anything.
Oh.
Just looking at
So-
something pretty.
So if you go back to Ikora, at the top it says grow your light. And if you inspect it, you can see that you can
Welcome.
buy stuff from her. So the different abilities, the different supers.
Oh, okay. This is where you get the solar stuff. Oh.
Yeah. So let's
gotcha.
say you wanted to get that other aspect, for example. You just go to the aspects and you can buy it. And now all of her stuff is glimmer. So you have a lot of glimmer right now. So I recommend if you ever fill up, buy stuff from her. Because there's a lot of stuff that you're just missing. Because you just don't have that yet. So go ahead and feel free. You can go on a shopping spree and buy a few things.
Should I get all of these, or should I wait and see and like which
I
one
think-
I like, and then come back and spin those ones?
I think what you do is do the cheap ones first. So that's your grenades, your movement, your melee, your class abilities, and I think your aspects are cheap. The fragments are 10,000, which are the most expensive, while all the other ones are cheaper.
Alright, so I have all the melees. I have everything up through the melee. I have all the movement.
If it has a blue check mark, that means you've got them all.
Gotcha. Okay. So the only thing I don't have is all the grenades. I guess I'll
Yes,
just
of
grab
course.
these.
Yeah, because I think they're just 3,000, so you can just pick them up. And then do the same thing for the other
May
two
it serve
classes
you
as
well,
well, your
Guardian.
void and your arc.
Okay, just like have these.
Yeah, just this way you can
May it
grab
serve you
some.
well, Guardian.
At a moment's notice, you can make your own build. You can change your grenade around. You can change your jump around. It just makes it a little bit easier. We'll mess with aspects and fragments. So she just told you to meditate
it
whenever
serve
you
you well,
acquired
Guardian.
those. To meditate, we'll go to this side thing over here. But I'll wait till you buy all your
Oh,
stuff.
okay. So it's to buy the rest of these void ones, I have to meditate to.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
So yeah, once you buy
Then
them
take
to
it.
quote unquote unlock them, you just meditate by this little thing over here.
Yes, of course.
Spam button combos. Oh wait, what is Nomi talking about? Just thinking that void probably is better for now, and also really good. He can always get the arc stuff later. What is the
Yeah.
difference? What are they talking about with the spam stuff?
So in hunters, there's a thing where if you do a powered melee, you will get your dodge ability back. Like a
Uh-huh.
powered melee kill, you get dodge ability back. And if you dodge near an enemy, you get your powered melee back. So what you do is to combo, you do a powered melee build, get a kill, and then you dodge around the enemy, and you get your powered melee back, and then you punch him again, and then you dodge again, and then you're constantly doing that like on loop.
Oh,
May it serve
okay.
you well, Guardian.
While with Void, it's more like I can do a finisher and go invisible, or I can dodge and go invisible and move around the battlefield and then reposition to get more kills.
Be well.
Gotcha. Okay, so where do we namaste at? Where's that? Where's the?
Right here.
Oh, okay. Now it's going. Now it's
Yeah.
spinning. Uh-oh.
And now
Getting
it should
strong.
all of them should just popped, and you had a whole bunch acquired.
Sweet. Nice. All right.
There's
So,
two
Like in terms of
last-
like me being, smooth brained on the next raid, is there one of these that's going to be the most helpful for everybody if I'm like
I
into
would
that?
Plan going okay?
I would say Void
Everybody happy?
because with
Okay.
Void there's something called Tether, which is that like bow thing, which if you shoot it at a
I
boss,
think
it will
that's a good one.
it will make the boss take 30% more damage.
Okay.
So it will,
Wish
it will
I'd had
weaken
that
them.
years ago.
That's really good.
It's a-
Solar is really good. If you get Golden Gun, you can just shoot it. It does a lot of damage. Or if you do Arc, you can also do Arc Staff. But I would recommend Void. I feel like it's the easiest to kind of get your head around.
Gotcha. All right. And then Last Wish raid. Oh no, I need a Garden of Salvation raid. Oh, these are quests for these. Okay, interesting.
So at the end of the Deepstone Crypt raid, whenever we did it, there was a machine that you could talk to.
Mhm.
Well, whenever they Last Wish and Garden of Salvation came out before they started doing that, so they put those kiosks in Hawthorne. So if you want to get those weapons and stuff, you can do it from her. But I think you have to have those expansions.
Michael
she has
said.
Duality.
Michael said, "Kudos to Ace for his patience and dedication." Absolutely, thank you, dude. I haven't said thank you enough yet, but I do appreciate it.
It's okay. At the top of her in Hawthorne, she has
Uh-huh.
7 engrams. Go ahead and get those. Just click them at the top.
Ooh, okay, we got some boots, got a vest. And now all of these, since I haven't gotten them for a while, are they going to be like under my light level, or when I like get these engrams, are they? Is that based on my current light level that they're unlocking stuff for me?
It depends on the vendor. Some vendors, it will, like whenever you get an engram and it goes in your inventory, that will be locked at the certain light level. And if you go to a
Right.
vendor, it will be upgraded to your current light level.
Okay. So maybe at this next raid, I won't be completely at the bottom of the leaderboard for every single thing. Maybe I'll be able to do some damage.
A nice thing is fire team power. So as long as someone's is like, let's say right now I'm at 2017, you will be brought to 5 below that. So you'll be
Okay.
at 2012.
Oh, hold on, we gotta pet.
And-
We gotta pet the dog real quick.
Oh, can't forget about that.
Can't not pet the dog.
And there's actually a triumph if you. I forgot to show this. So if you go to your character screen and you go down to your emblem and you hit details,
Character screened. Emblem. Is that like
then-
okay?
and then hit Y on that. If you go to account, and it should be the first one, and go to career, I think there should be a dog petting one. Where's it at? Maybe
Oh,
it's
good
under
boy
all.
protocol. Okay.
Good boy protocol.
It tracks the number of times you've done it.
Yes. So if you click
That's so
on it,
funny.
it will display on your emblem. So everyone can
Okay.
see that you've pet the dog X amount of times.
So I need a farm. Like if I just sit here and just do like 6,000, I could be the max, the number one dog petter.
Exactly. So this is Gambit. This is the PvE PvP game mode.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did a round of that with Boundless, I think.
Some people hate Gambit. I don't hate Gambit, but I just don't really interact with it that much. But this is the vendor for that. So we have the Vanguard, Crucible, and then this is the Gambit.
Oh, and you use Gambit Ingrams, and you can just pick which one that you want.
Exactly. And you can focus it. But for right now, if you get an Ingram, I would just accept it because you don't really have much of anything. So anything you get is probably good.
Oh, okay, nice. Sweet. Quazafon V.
You're always welcome on the dairy.
And then the last thing we're going to look at the shader lady, which we saw before. Maybe next time we can look at the bounties and maybe try to get some more fashion. But if you go to her, she also sells 3 shaders a week.
Greetings.
So if you don't have them, you can pick them up for Glimmer. So you can get 3 new shaders.
Oh, okay.
She also
Oh, and it
sells
tells
a
you
set-
if you already own it. Okay, that's cool.
It also sells a set of armor. And now these armor's not going to have the best stats, but if you don't have that armor yet, you can get it to, you can acquire them, so then you can make them into ornaments.
Oh, and they're
And-
all matching. They're all like a set.
It's a whole set, exactly.
Okay. Fashion.
And then the very top is the bounties. So this is the how you get the synth weave and stuff. So you can do Vanguard or raid dungeon.
Okay. Oh, and you have to pay to get the quest. You have to pay Glimmer.
Yeah. So I would recommend if you want to fill out your armor, you can do the armor so you have one like full look, and then once you get the synth weave, then you can make it all look the same. To see if you have the armor, there's another website that you can go to that will allow you to see what you don't have.
The resources.
Here, let me pull it up real quick. So it's called D2 Checklist.
White girl said, "Yeah, my husband works. I stay at home, play games. It's called a stay-at-home gamer." SOG. Oh, D2 checklist.
So what it does is once you log in, it will tell you everything that's going on in Destiny this week. It will tell you the weekly raid, it will tell you the weekly dungeon, it will tell you the lost sectors.
Do you get benefits
will-
from doing the whatever the weekly raid is that are greater than everything else? Oh my god. Wait, can you get her armor? This like porcelain fine china shit that she
Oh,
has?
you cannot.
Damn. Okay.
Her armor's really cool though.
Yeah.
But something it tells you in D2 Checklist is missing collection items. And you can see if a vendor is selling an armor set that you do not have.
Oh, okay. So you can use it to know like if I'm trying to pick something up, you just can like monitor it.
Yeah. So now let's teleport back to the center. So go to your map and then teleport back to the courtyard. And we'll end off. There's only one other part of the tower that we haven't seen, but that is PvP. So we're just not going to go there because there's no need. But we're going to decrypt this exotic engram, and then I think that'll be it for today because I don't want to take up any more of your time.
No, thank you. All right, let's see here. All right, what do we
Go
got?
here,
Should we begin then?
do that decrypt. Let's see what you get.
Ooh, the colony. Oh, the colony. What a fitting reward here. The colony, the lost colony on Tau Ceti. Dude, this guy is-
Nice. So, Colony is an exotic grenade launcher that if you shoot it, it will spawn a nanite that will track to a target. So it will like run across the floor and hit a target and then explode.
Okay, that's rad.
And then they changed it to where if it hits a target and kills them, it will now spawn another one.
Damn. Okay, that's sick. All right. Well, do you want to do one? If that one, the Vanguard mode takes like 10 minutes. Do you want to do that real quick?
Yeah.
Try
we
one
can-
game out with my new swag I got.
Yeah. Do you? Okay. You got the. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to equip the new set of? I know you have the blue armor. Do you want to change that armor to the purple armor?
Oh,
And then-
yeah. Okay, you're right. You're right.
And then,
20. Wait, what? Why am I wearing this?
because whenever you got the new armor. And you got
Oh,
the
it
new
equips
power-
it?
It equipped it for you because it's like if you just started the game, you're supposed to go to her first.
It takes me down a peg. Okay. Hold on, where are we at? Oh wait, that's not the one we had. 49, 50. Oh my gosh. I had my pants on. Alright, boom.
And then once you have that all equipped, go to the left, and I want you to save that loadout. Save
Sweet.
it as a loadout.
Oh, and he gave it a name, Epsilon. Vanguard. Oh, okay, nice. Sweet.
I think you had Lucky Pants on because we were using the Sunshot, but right now you have the Scout Rifle on. So, do you want to try to use the new Super you just got instead of Solo?
Oh, yeah. Here, should I go Void?
Yeah,
or-
so switch to Void, and then change your pants to Orpheus Rig.
Okay, and wait, which one should I go in? Deadfall, Blades?
Do Deadfall, so the one in the middle.
Alright. What does this do?
So that it will spawn. It will put a tether on the ground, and it will weaken all enemies that touch it. And if you do Orpheus Rig, it will last for longer. And anytime someone kills a target that's affected by your tether, you'll get super energy back. And with
Okay.
Onslaught, they're going to be grouped up, so it's a lot easier to get that. And then let's look at your heavy. I think right now you have a pretty good machine gun on. But I just want to see if there's another one you wanted to put on.
Oh, I should probably go this. Look at this, the Hothead. Rocket launcher. Oh, we're at 1950. Look at that. Coming up in the world. Going up multiple light levels without playing is a funny feeling. Oh, wait a second. I have a 1949 version as well. Okay, maybe I will stick with the machine gun then. Okay.
Okay.
All
Are
right.
you ready then?
Dude, I'm ready. Let's rock it. Let's do one. Let's
Okay, let's-
swag a little bit on these
We'll
people
do
with
that.
this new rig, this new setup. What
Let's
what
give
is
it
the
a
idea behind your current swag? What are you going for here?
For this one, I'm going for like a mountain climber because it's stasis, so it's like cold. So I was trying to like go for like an ice climber.
Ship for sale. A very creative dude, Michael. I know he really is.
Let's
He
go.
really
for
is.
Let's go for that.
Dude, you guys in chat are so sweet. I feel like everybody that watches the streams is all good people. I'm lucky. Good
Okay, I
group of
do s-
homies.
I do see that this has champions, and I never talked about champions. So if you go to your character, there's the three like triangle, square, and circle.
Mm-hmm.
They're called, and they tell you how you can deal with them. You don't have the artifact yet, so you can't have the artifact mods, but you can see what affects them. So if let's say you look at barrier on your character screen, it says solar radiant effects, unraveling weapon rounds, volatile weapon rounds, and then gear that pierces the traits or additional artifact perks. So it's the thing on the left, right below your super.
Right below my. Wait. Do I need to hit my subclass and look at the menu in here?
No. Just you can just hover over the barrier. It just tells you what effects affect them. So like the triangle, circle, and square.
Oh,
Triangle.
okay, gotcha. Champions have nearly unbreakable shields. Gotcha. Oh,
So-
okay.
I didn't touch on that today. We can touch on that later. So
Gotcha.
Enjoy
you can ignore it
yourself,
for now,
Guardians.
but in the future we'll talk about that.
Enjoy yourselves.
So if you want to whip out that new Mida multi, if you scope in, you can see that you still have your radar at the top. whenever you get there.
Oh, okay. Oh,
'Cause
but
that's
it's
not
not for
true.
the mini. It's just for the multi. Okay, nice.
Just for the multi. And then the mini is a submachine gun, which is pretty good. So how Onslaught works is there's something called an ADU. So think of it as like just that's your base, and we just gotta protect it. So first we're clearing out the enemies, and now if you turn around,
Well,
here's the
just
ADU. So we
Oh,
need
okay.
to protect this. So any enemies that come at this, we gotta make sure to kill them before.
and
they
if it
get
gets
back.
destroyed, like you just lose the round ends.
we get kicked to orbit. But
Okay.
you can do these extra things. So if you come here to this little sweeper guy,
Mm-hmm.
you can purchase this, and it's a decoy. So now whenever enemies come up, they'll attack this first before they attack the ADU.
And he's literally just sweeping. And what are the scraps that I just spent? What are those?
So as you get kills and as you throw stuff at the ADU, which I'll show whenever we get it, you can get more scrap, and that's how you buy upgrades and
Okay.
buy different towers.
Is scrap being tracked somewhere right now that I just am not seeing?
Yeah, on the left side of the screen, you can see it says Moth Yards, wave
Oh,
1,
okay.
and then
Gotcha.
right below is the scrap.
Right on, literally right underneath. And you respawn in this?
Yes, you respawn in those. In the harder version, you have a restricted spawning timer. But if you come over here, there's these ADU batteries. Whenever you kill an enemy, you can see some of these. Oh, I just died. You can
I
see the
got
batteries
ya.
on the ground. Thank you.
Don't worry, I'm carrying you. I see how it is.
That's what's happening. So if
Is
you
this
pick
this?
up, you can throw it at the base. Boom. And
Nice.
what that does is it actually heals the base and it gives you scrap.
Oh, okay.
So if you see those on the ground and you're not about to die, I would pick them up and throw them in.
Whoa. Wow, this is so crazy. I thought the game was just about menus. Look at this. There's you can shoot stuff in this thing? This is crazy. Did you guys know this? Anyone else know this?
Okay, so we have a champion up here. So if you look at this champion, it's an overload. So that means he regains health very fast. So what we have to do is we have to stun him, and then we can deal damage to him while he's stunned, and he won't regain it back.
Gotcha. Ooh, diamond lance. What are the okay? So what's up with those kind of pickups? Like the pickups you can kind of like throw at people.
So for each subclass, sometimes there's an additional ability you can do. So for Stasis, for Titan, there is something called the Diamond Lance you can create, and that's what that was. So the guy we're playing with, he's a Titan, so he created that Diamond Lance.
Gotcha. Okay.
There's for Strand, you can create tangles. So those are the green balls you've been seeing everywhere.
Oh, my void grenade doesn't do anything. So wait, what do we got to do to get these guys to be vulnerable?
So you gotta come over here to this thing over here, this yellow orangish pad, and then in here you can
Oh my
then
god,
hit
just
them
exploded.
and
I
take
was
down their shields. Oh, that just exploded.
Oh wait, hold on. Now I gotta come back in. Okay, so there's like a separate like item you have to destroy before it lets you do that.
There was a orange pad on the ground, and if you stand it, you get a buff, and with that buff, you can deal damage to their shields.
Gotcha. Okay.
So this Onslaught game mode has a whole bunch of different side objectives and little mini bosses you can do. So right now we're at another build phase. So if you see something else you want to buy, so let's say you want to buy this trip hook right here, you can buy this. Or if you want to go to your sweeper bot and upgrade him, you can. I guess I can upgrade because you don't think you have
What does he
enough
get? A
scrap.
bigger broom? Oh no, he gets a gun. Wow, that is a hell of an upgrade.
And then
Janitor
if
to
you
soldier.
upgrade him if you upgrade him again, he'll look like Shax, which is the Vanguard, the Crucible guy.
Random says he wants to lecture me about Titans. Is Titan? This is like the Unga Bunga I'm gonna smash kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Avoid red flying robots at all costs. Thank you, Kawhi. I did. I think that's what got me. I think that's what
Titans are
got
just
me.
crayon eaters. That's what we always say.
Hey, you need some crayon eaters. That's how you win wars.
I will say that I'm a hunter main at heart, but and then I have two brothers, and both of them, one of them is a warlock, and one of them is a titan. So
Oh, look at that. The perfect team, too.
perfect synergy.
When you guys were playing, did you guys fight over who was going to be it, or did it fall naturally?
And I think it kind of fell naturally because one of the brothers, he loves being like the tank, so that's why he's titan. The other one's more quote unquote inquisitive, so that's why he's like this warlock, which is space magic. So, and then there's also something called factions in D1. I was Future War Cult, and one of them was Dead Orbit, and the last one was New Monarchy. So, and it also worked out that we all had different classes and different factions.
Dude, popping these guys the dregs heads as they come up. That's about as satisfying as a grunt kill. Oh my gosh, I just got smacked.
If you want to, you can. I know you're like we're in the middle of a thing right now, but if you want to, you can change around your weapons to try out some of the new weapons you just got.
I want to
If
try
you
that.
wanted
I want to try that sunshot that I had originally equipped here. Let me try this thing. Oh my gosh, I'm shooting right at our sweeper guy immediately. it got me. I'm the only one who's convinced by it. Damn, this thing blasts people. What the hell?
And if you get a headshot, they'll explode. Sunshot's pretty good. That's why I was like, you should probably get Sunshot out, because you had it. I was like, yeah, you should probably get that out. Pretty good.
So how many times, like in a raid, are you switching your loadout? Like, are you switching like every encounter?
Probably per encounter, depending.
What do we got to do with this thing?
So there's a portal. So
Oh,
go through the
shit.
portal.
Okay.
So now we've got to come through here, and we're gonna. So what's happened is there was a pyramid ship above us. So we've gone inside the pyramid ship, and we're gonna take down some of these guys inside.
When should I pop my super? Is there going to be like a boss fight, or should I just
There
use
is
it on
going to be a
ads?
boss fight, but what I would recommend is if there's a big chunky target, then pop your super on him.
Okay.
With right now, it's not really a necessary. They did just change how supers regen. So if you had a roaming super like Golden Gun or Arc Staff, they'll actually come back much faster. Tether is a one-off super, so it's still going to be relatively slow to get back.
So you've been playing like basically for the entire time. Like you're pretty aware of everything that's been going on. But like, has the shift to how? I mean, obviously I feel like it was kind of like complicated when it started, you know. But like, has this been easy to kind of flow into if you knew how everything worked initially, or is this like? Is this like crazy? Is every time it's like, oh my, you have to learn a whole new system? Like, I guess, how much time are you spending watching videos or watching like shit just on how to play and how every system works?
Typically, whenever a new content comes out, I will try to do it on my own first. And then after I do it on my own, let's say there's something I didn't understand, or I thought, hey, is there a better way to do this? Then I'll look up a video. Or, so for a great example is there's a new activity just dropped called Warden's Judgment, or not Warden's Judgment, it's a revamp of a previous thing called the Prison of Elders. And I played it the first time through blind, and then I was like, well, there's this mechanic that I didn't understand. Like, it was this bombs that you had to defuse, but they actually had trick bombs that if you defuse them, you would blow up. But they never did that before, so I didn't know about the mechanic. So after I watched the video, like I was like, oh, that's how that works. For dungeons and raids, I like to try to go in blind first, and then do it. And after I beat it, then is there a better strategy? Is there an optimal way to do this? And look it up.
Even for the raids, you do that.
Yeah, because those are like the higher end content. Now, whenever it comes to like a strike or something, if I'm not doing like a grandmaster, which is the hardest version, I won't look up anything. I'll just do the objective and know how to do it. Like the campaigns, for example, I didn't look up the best way to do the legendary campaign. I just played the legendary campaign.
Gotcha. Dodgy, that is Ace Traveler, Professor Traveler. He's my current Destiny 2 Warlord guide. And he's teaching me how not to be a smooth brain, basically. Or trying.
I did see that you actually have a what's it called? You actually have a dungeon you can do called Spire of the Watcher, which if you play it, the armor set is cowboys.
Ooh, okay.
You did get that quest, so I do know that you have it. So if you want to do that later, like in the future, I think you should. I would highly recommend you do it. It's
Nice.
super
Okay.
fun.
Wait. Oh
Okay, so
shit!
this is the boss target. So come
I just used my super. Hold on. Where
Okay,
you?
well, come over here. Come over to this pad. This is the orange pad I was talking about.
I'm looking. Oh, okay. Okay. Here he is. Here he is. I'm coming. I'm coming. That's where we gotta
And-
stand.
Yeah, if you look at the top, it says Darkness Empowerment at the top. See at the top of your screen?
Yes. Okay.
Alright, so that's how you get the buffs. That's how you take down their shields.
Damn. All right. Messing that dude up. Holy shit. I have a rocket launcher? When I'm invisible, will enemies like not aggro on me, or if like I'm already shooting
Yeah.
them, they will keep
Enemies
shooting me?
will not see you, but as soon as you shoot again, you'll become uninvisible. So
Okay.
if you're trying to like get out of the way, I would go invisible and then run away, and then you can see how long your invisibility lasts on the side of your screen. It says invisibility, and it will count down seconds.
Oh, should probably hit something. I think I just fired a whole mag into the ground. Jillian had pneumonia last week. Holy shit. We're feeling better. I feel everybody's been saying, everybody who's coming to the chat, everyone who's saying no live streams is getting sick. We're passing it around. Always good to see me on D2. Thank you, dude. 8K hours? Holy shit. Yeah, I'm like the only one here who doesn't know what I'm doing. Are we going in this one?
Yeah, go in this portal. So this is the final boss of the onslaught, and then we'll get our loot.
Ooh.
So there's actually going to be a rally flag that you can get your super back and your heavy back. So if you want to switch to that rocket, because we're about to fight a boss, I would switch to it now.
Oh, okay.
gotta hurry for this guy,
All right, switching this. Rocket, Dragon's Breath. Here we go.
Yeah, and then rally to this real quick before it goes away.
All right.
And then when we get in here, just pop your super on the boss and then shoot rockets at him.
Okay. Is that the boss with the marker?
Yeah, the boss was with
Okay, I'm coming. Oh, where's he at? Boom.
So now
Uh-oh.
he's taking more damage. So now use your heavy on him.
Got him?
And
Another one?
with your
Oh my god.
With your dragon's breath,
Oh.
you're creating these you're creating these explosions. So it's gonna hit him with more solar damage.
Holy shit, yeah, we melted him.
There it is. Now, with Onslaught, with wave 50, it gets harder and harder every 10 waves.
Oh, okay. So this would be like the end of 10 waves, and then we would do that again 5 times.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And it would get harder every single time. So you should have just got a weapon. So what weapon did you get?
Midnight Coup, which I think I saw
Okay.
earlier somewhere when we were looking
Yeah.
at something.
So whenever we went to Zavala, you focused that. So you actually got a better chance.
Ah, and we got it. There it is. Bang, bang.
So
Aiden, I
before
see you're
the
saying you like the art video. Thank you so much, dude. Michael Veselovsky should be the guy that you're thinking. He helped me with all that, made it look real pretty. He's a graphic designer, amazing artist, but thank you. Glad you enjoyed it.
activity just ended. Make sure to commend. So click on. The
Oh, here we
Guardian
go.
and
Oh, wait,
give
where we
them
go?
Whatever. And then you can also look at full results if you want to see your stats for the activity.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say thoughtful. That's what I'm giving you. A thoughtful hero.
So there we go. That's the new stuff. What's the roll on the Midnight Coup you got?
Ooh, okay, let's see here. The perks. Okay, corkscrew rifling, extended mag, firefly, Rampage, Indomitability, and Kill
Okay.
Tracker.
Rampage Firefly is pretty good. So with Firefly, whenever you hit a target in the head, which you said you like doing, they'll explode just like Sunshot.
Ooh,
And-
okay.
And with Rampage, the more times you get kills, you'll get more damage. And
Oh,
that
and it's saying
stacks up to 3
it
times.
stacks 3 times. Okay, nice. And Lucky Pants will help me with this one as well.
Exactly, because it's a hand cannon.
Oh
So
shit!
that's
I'm
a-
learning. I'm learning.
That's a good roll. So that's it for today. I think you learned quite a bit. I hope that I know it's a big knowledge dump, but I didn't know your kind of level. I thought you had a little bit more knowledge in the game. but-
I always disappoint. What can I say?
No, I think you were. I think you'll be just fine. But as you saw, there's a lot of systems in the game, and there are even some things that you can learn from just people. I know there's still plenty of stuff that I'll look at a video and be like, I never knew that. So it's very nice to learn from other people as well.
Well, sweet. Well, I'm gonna be getting on and trying to get geared up and get ready for this next raid, which I think we're doing. I forget what the poll said in the Discord, but I think it's like December 7th, maybe at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
is what most people wanted to. So I think we'll be doing it.
A really good rocket for that raid, because we'll talk about DPS and stuff later, but is Dragon's Breath, which you already have. So you're already one
Ooh.
step ahead.
All right. Well, dude, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. If
hero.
you want, I think one thing you should try to shoot for before you do the raid is to do that Spire of the Watcher dungeon, because that
Okay.
would be like a more higher intense thing, but it's only 3 people instead of 6. So maybe that will kind of help you get oh, this is how more raids work, because we kind of did Deepstone,
Mhm.
and Deepstone is an easier raid, and you seem to kind of get it and understand it, but now you're gonna feel like you're doing more.
Gotcha.
Because
Yeah,
it's like-
understanding the mechanics a little bit better, because sometimes in the middle of encounter I get a little bit lost. Like, okay, wait a second, which stage am I on? Which part should I be doing? Usually I was able to kind of guide it back into the realm of right, but yeah.
And then another thing is, if you go to your destinations and hit legends, there's these things called exotic missions. I wanted to do 0 hour today, but with all of the knowledge dump, we didn't have time. So maybe we can do that next time.
Okay, hell yeah.
Because it's a really cool mission, and there's a lot of puzzle aspects. So I thought maybe that'll be right up your alley.
Hell yeah. All right, dude. I'm gonna try to do quite a few streams this week as well, with everyone being hopefully getting ready for Thanksgiving. So if you're around one of these nights, maybe we can do some more D2.
Yeah, I'll definitely be more free this week, because it's just as you said, it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah. All right, dude. Thank you so much. Till next time. I appreciate
Until
it.
next time, have a good one.
See ya. Wow. What can I say? Ace Traveler, what a hero. I really appreciate that. Guys, thank you so much for coming out. Obviously, listen, I put the nerd emoji on the thumbnail because this was going to be a bit of a classroom. Discord link? Ooh, the Discord should be linked. Oh my gosh, I didn't put it in the newest video because me and Michael were trying to get it out there ASAP. Let me, I think I could figure out how to throw a Discord link up here for you guys. It's in a bunch of my videos and comments. Let me grab that real quick. The Discord is very fun. Everybody in there is good people, great vibe, very chill, fun place. Gotta love the grind. You did well, Random. Thank you for sitting through it. As I learned, listen, I'm doing it for you, Random. On the next raid, I can't let the team down like I did last time. I can't be entirely useless. I gotta be able to help. Okay, hold on. I got the link here. I should be able to put it directly into the chat here. Boop. All right, did so well. Thank you, Jillian, and thank you for sharing Ace with me, allowing him to be my guide. I appreciate it. I love dungeons. You have to try one. All right, Random. When I do the dungeon, he said I got to do one of the dungeons. If you're on this week when I'm doing the dungeon, we'll drop that together. Man, so much. I feel like I may have said it a few times, but I gotta say again, guys, if you haven't seen the new video, check it out. Like, I literally, it's like I had this idea of like, oh, I think the art in Marathon's cool, and I like the way pictures look, and Michael was able to like translate my mishmash, collage document of, just a bunch of shit that I think looks cool and pseudo related to Marathon, and turn it into something that I think is so rad. He did the editing, and like I said, the script writing, the way that he was able to articulate the concepts about the art, man, truly something I'm very grateful for. So thank you, Michael. If you guys haven't seen it, I recommend checking it out. Have him anytime. Thank you. I'll take you up on that. You never let us down. You were the suppressor. All right, I'm gonna get that tattooed across my forearm. All right, guys. Hey, Michael, I know earlier you also said no Stalker. Dude, I'm deep in the Stalker, bro. I had a Stalker stream earlier today. I will be having another Stalker stream, honestly, probably tomorrow. Maybe an early one, too, because I feel like most of the people who are fucking with Stalker are on in the morning, so I might be able to do that as well. But, all right. I guess maybe we get played out with some nice classical music. All right. I love you guys. Sweet dreams. Be safe. Good night. Bye.